All right, it's muted.
Right, I'm not sure if we're live just yet.
Yeah, you are. I can see it.
Yep, we are live.
We're live.
We are live. Right, just give me a second, everybody, because as per usual, I am not very well prepared.
We're live.
Not very well prepared for normal. Right, let's see if we can get chat up. Pop out
Missy.
chat.
Hello, Missy.
And
Right.
Missy.
Yeah, Missy was just in our stream. She just hopped over as well.
So I'm a rubbish host there, aren't I?
Anyway,
I forgot all about popping out chat.
GG.
Make sure you're on live chat too.
Yeah, live
And
chat.
everybody
Yeah.
watching.
I hate that shit now with that the other thing. We did that as a giveaway and we were saying like so everybody type in one and we just couldn't see anything. I was like, what?
Right, I'm ready then, guys. Right, let's say hello to everybody out there in YouTube land. Very nice to see you all on this fine Saturday night. Today on SNL, we've got Mr. Goober Vapes. We've got two special guests tonight. We've got Rebuildable Ryan, and we've also got Justmorg Creations. Goober's running late because his car's broke down. He sent me some pictures of his car. He had to put some new hoses. I think the power steering went and stuff like that. But he said he was going to come on and then just leave early. But apparently it's fucked. So Lethal, I don't know if he's going to be. He said he was going to be here, but
he popped in our chat, so he probably I don't know if he's.
I think he's just running a little bit late.
Yeah.
What's up, Crystal? Nice to see you. So what I'm going to do is first just say hello to a few members of chat, and then introduce you to the two special guests. But let's just see who we've got in there. We've got Missy Adams, McGran, Rebuildable Ryan said hello in chat. Hello, sir. Kimberly Alderman, Damien Parrish, Crystal have said hello to. Matt Benson, what's up, buddy? Des Turner, my absolute brother. What's up, Stuart? Rob Bryan, Andy R2K, John. Lisa Forber, my lovely wife. What's up, darling? The Vape Man. Hey. Scott's Review. How you doing, Kieran? Nice to see you, mate. And obviously we got J Money Jordan. What's up, buddy? Webley Family Vlogs. And that's about it in chat. So, yeah, let's just say hello to everyone. How you doing, Goobs? You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Do you want to give us a little buffet, man? So tell us what you're on and that.
Sadly, pretty much, well, same devices pretty much last week.
Yeah, we went on last week.
Or, sorry, 2 weeks ago. My brain farts like crazy this week.
It's all right, man. I'm only joking.
Fire mod with the Black Recoil Rebel. And in that one, I got some Silverback Rocky. It's delicious. Love that stuff. And through parts from my other one, I was able to revive the Rage. The red matching Recoil Rebel. And
I love that combo. It's good, isn't it?
I got a Ultimate Juice Deep Purple in that one. And that's it.
Nice one, then. Are you doing all right, though, Goobs? How's the week been this week?
It's been a very interesting week.
Hey, Lethal. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Lethal.
What's up, Chris?
How are you, buddy?
Did you get it fixed, mate?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, shit.
No, sir, no. I'm still nasty. Got some grease up halfway up my arm. I've been elbows deep in this project all day.
Fucking hell, man.
A little tired.
Yeah,
but
I normally pay someone to do it myself, but by saying that, I hope it doesn't even go wrong, to be honest. It's are you a mechanic then, Lethal? Do you actually do it?
Oh, no.
No.
I work on my own personal vehicles, but I don't do it for work.
No, but you can do it, though.
Yeah.
Just might take you.
I can do little things. I can do some jobs. This job is a little out of my expertise. Because we have to replace every line going to the power steering pump. In case you guys don't know, which most of you don't, I've been spending most of my day elbows deep in the engine compartment of an F-150 pickup truck my mother-in-law's power steering pump and pulley exploded. And so, oh yes, Missy, frustrated as fuck. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
That is
saw,
an understatement.
saw the pictures, mate. It didn't look good.
No. So, yeah, I'm trying to replace that and replace the lines, but it's a little bit unknown territory for me, you know?
Yeah, that's a fucker, man. Have you not got any mates who are mechanics or anything like that, man?
Do I have what?
Friends who know how to fix cars?
Yes. I do have mechanic friends.
That you just needed to get.
I give them a call and I'll like explain to them what's going on and what do I do here, and they'll give me as much of advice as they can without actually having seen the vehicle.
Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it?
Yep.
Sorry to hear that, buddy. Anyway, but glad you
interrupt. Yeah, buffets.
Glad you could make it, though, sir. So thank you very much for that. So, yeah, so that's Goobs. You said you had an interesting week then, buddy. So what's been going on?
Just trying to help out a friend. Wife's been a little down and had my finger smashed at work the other day, so that hurts a little bit. Had it 220-pound barrel smashed against the forklift.
Shit.
With my finger in the middle of both.
Yeah, it does sound a little bit
painful.
Yes.
But other than that, it was a good week.
That's all right, buddy. Right, who should we go on to next? Should we say hello to Rebuildable Ryan? So this is Rebuildable Ryan, guys. He's a fellow YouTube reviewer, residing. I think he's in New York sort of area, aren't you, Ryan? And
yes, sir.
What time is it over there at the moment, then, bub?
It is 4:14 right now.
4:14. It's 9:14. It's 5 hours behind. So how you doing then, mate? Do you want to tell us what you're vaping on and all of that jazz?
Yeah. So I got a few things in front of me. I got a topside dual with the Jenna RDA.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I got Spade with the Reload S.
Oh,
good RDA.
sexy.
Jesus.
I got the Keen with the Bonza 1.5.
Very nice.
Nice.
Asmodus Minikin with the Rebirth RTA.
Quality.
And Stack Dreamer with the Ardent RDA.
Not a bad little setup you got there, then, brother.
Nah, these are my go-tos right here.
Nice, man. So, what's how long have you been reviewing then, Ryan?
Oh, well.
So you probably answered these questions lots of times before, like with the likes of Lethal and stuff like that on his show. So,
maybe not specifically that specific. I'd say my channel started about 6 months ago. I got serious about it around January. I'd say January is about the time when I invested in.
What's up, Jared?
I invested in a computer and I invested in a C920, which that's what I use for streaming now.
Yeah.
As of last week, I got a Canon M50 and a Rode microphone. So
nice.
I stepped it up last week to 4K quality, which I'm super stoked about. But yeah.
4K, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fuck. What, you're actually putting videos out in 4K now, are you?
No, I have one video so far that has been up with the new camera, and that's the Rebirth RTA. I did that in 1080 at 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
The lighting that I had for my old camera setup wasn't sufficient enough for the higher quality camera. So
yeah,
Monday I'll have pretty much a whole indoor lighting setup that'll be here Monday around midday. So coming hopefully Monday night I'll have a hardware review out with the new lighting and combined with the new camera and mic setup. So once I get everything dialed in, I'll probably start filming in 4K, but by the time it gets to YouTube it'll be in 1080.
Yeah, do they not does it not actually stream in 4K yet then, YouTube? Is it 1080p 60 frames you can do, I think, can't you?
I think so.
I think so, but
Hmm.
also even if it was, my computer will condense it to 1080 60 frames anyways.
Oh right, okay, yeah, because
Because my
it takes so much fucking space though, doesn't it? And time, the gigabytes. Do you know what I mean? To do 4K, because I've done it on my phone before. It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's just,
yeah, I was just messing around, and it was like for a 20-minute video in 1080, it was like 4 or 5 gigs to import it, and then 4K, it was like 30 gigs.
yeah, that's what I mean. You do need to get yourself some mega terabyte hard drives if you're doing it, don't you? Just want to
Yep.
say a shout out to the vape man's wife. She apparently shouted out to say hello. How you doing, mate? Yeah, so you got a nice little setup then. How long have you actually been vaping for, though? When did you give up smoking then, Ryan?
Well, so what I finally gave up smoking like 100% a little over a year and a half ago. I have 2 years sober. I'm 2 years 100% sober. I was a drug addict. So I've been 2 years sober from everything. And about 4 months into my recovery journey is when I was like, hey, I want to stop smoking too. And that's when I fully committed to vaping. So I've been smoke free for around 18 months now, and about 18 months ago is when I became like full blown hobbyist, like die hard, watching every single reviewer. And that, before I forget to mention this part, so obviously me being in the US, the first thing I'm introduced to is US reviewers. So I followed all US reviewers for probably the first 4 to 6 months that I was a hobbyist. And then out of somewhere, I think it was Vaping with Vic was the first one that I had stumbled upon that was a UK reviewer.
Yeah.
And then once I stumbled upon him, then that opened me up to the whole other second world of the UK scene. And me being based out of the US, you know, I mean, my channel, I'm at like 690 subs, so like I'm not huge. I'm just a small time reviewer doing my thing. So basically, me being in New York, I'd say 80% of my sub base is probably in the US. Because of J Money and actually probably Des Turner as well. They're two very good friends of mine.
Yeah. Jordan,
they
that's
are
in chat, isn't it? Yeah, and Des.
Yeah, they're both in chat. Shout out to them because they're the ones that I think this is my first UK vape show, so I'm totally stoked about it, and it's getting me introduced to the UK things.
Yeah.
And my personal opinion about the UK side of the community is I feel like it's less cutthroat and like it's more laid back.
Well, yeah, in general, I suppose it is, yeah. But anyway, mate, from what you just said then, I just want to say big fucking respect, mate, for giving up all the drugs and booze, mate. I must say, personally, I used to dabble a little bit myself, and I've been drinking a bit recently, and I've decided to knock it on the head for good. So I'm not having any drinks tonight, guys, because it's not doing me any favours. It doesn't do me and Lisa any favours as well. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna stay off the booze. I'm gonna do it live. It was a little bit nerve wracking because normally I'd have had a couple before I went on, so a bit of Dutch courage. But big respect though, Ryan. It's really good that you come on here. Jordan was the one who pointed me in your direction. I watched one of your videos and I thought, yeah, he seems like a really nice person. So I said, yeah, fucking by all means, have you on the show, mate. So it's really good of you to come on. I really appreciate it, bub. Because like with us as well, I know we got Leaf. I've actually got 2 American reviewers in with me every week, which is really nice. But I don't really have too much interaction with many others, to be honest, because obviously we got all the time differences we have to contend with and all of that, isn't it? Because normally when your shows go live, it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm always in bed, and it's probably the same for you. It's the other way around. You're probably at work or whatever. But yeah, it's really good to have you on, mate. And It's good, isn't it, vaping? Because I find that as well, because I used to smoke draw and all the rest of it. I'd love having a vape, though, because you don't feel shit after it. When you've had enough nicotine, just put it down again, just have another vape 20 minutes later or whatever, isn't it? So, I just think it's anyone who's newbie out there, who's a smoker still, stumbled across this video you're watching tonight. Vaping really is so much better because, like I say, it doesn't actually make you feel like shit because it hasn't got all the 7,000 chemicals in it. So that's the thing. That's why it's such a good community, Ryan, I believe, because everyone who does it feels good about themselves because they feel like it's not doing. Yes, it's not going to be 100% safe. It might do a little bit of nasties that we don't know about, but compared with smoking, it's like at least 95% safer, which we know because of the Royal College of Physicians report on Public Health in England. So to me, that's a good enough substitute for doing something that we know can kill you in smoking. So yeah, but it's really good to have you on, mate. And I'm going to have to watch a few more of your videos. You're probably like me, you probably don't get a lot of time to watch other people's, but I do try and watch one or two during the week. So I will check you out. I saw part of your live show the other day, and that was the one I watched, but I thought you come across really well. So yeah, nice
Mike,
to see you, buddy.
Can you answer Ingvar, please? He's asking about Mark and why he's not here.
I don't know. He didn't contact me, so I presumed that he wasn't coming on. Because I said the other day, he said he couldn't commit to the show, so no drama at all. He's not on here, and I believe he's started on the other channel. I didn't know anything about it, but I didn't hear from him, and I just thought, well, he could contact me if he wanted to come on, and he hasn't done. So that's it. End of story. So anyways.
Really quick before you kick it over to somebody else. I'm sorry. I just want to say thank you to Rob Ryan and thank you to John for the subs. And there was a couple more, but it's not showing me. So
cheers, David.
Thank you to everybody who subbed.
Thank you very much, David, for the donation. So it's really appreciated. But yeah, thanks for that, Ryan. Nice to hear a little bit of background about you, mate. And you're looking all right anyway, bud. So it must be doing you some good, giving up all the nasties. So.
I feel great.
Yeah, you look great, mate. So, who should we pick on next? Who should we have? We're going to Morg because he's been waiting a little bit longer than Lethal.
That's
right,
fine.
everyone in chat. This is Morg. Morg, is it Morg Haig, isn't it?
No, it's basically it's supposed to be Morg, Greg, but basically it's everybody calls me Morg. It's obviously not my real name, but everyone just calls me Morg.
All right. What's your first name then? Don't you want to say?
No, there's a reason why I do the same Morg, and I've explained to a few others. Some people know about it that know me, and no, I just don't like to say it.
Fair enough, mate. But anyway, I'll just say who you are. This is, in fact, I'm going to get my image up on the screen for everyone. Basically, Morg. I'm just going to call him Morg because that's all I know him as. He designed my new Facebook banner and social media banner and logo. Well, he revamped the one I had already because I quite liked my logo. I liked the fact that it was simple and had the whatever in it. You know, I just liked it because it was a little bit simple. But I put it up on the screen for you, and this is what Morg has done with it. I don't know if you can see. Can we have a look on YouTube, see if it's come out all right? Can
Yeah, it's
see
fine.
it on?
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But basically, Morg, he's not been on social media forever until not long ago, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I mean, some people actually know me from the other channel that I work on. I've done audio on live chats with Kieran from the Scots Review. Big shout out to him for giving me a break in the first place, and giving me the chance to do this.
Yeah.
And I always had this. Everyone was always in the chat like, what does Morg look like? What does Morg look like? And there was this kind of like running joke with the entire community that we had. What do I look like? So I decided to basically start my own channel off, which I did because Kieran obviously has like 9,400 subs now. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what have I got? So Kieran's got, I mean, it's no disrespect though, but like I say, Kieran's got all the momentum. Everybody knows Kieran, knows his face. So companies know him, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Screw it. So I went and created my own channel, which we called The Long Road Home. And we did it originally as a means for us to have podcasts on because I didn't have a camera. So we thought we'd just do audio. And I did a few like video, like like audio reviews and stuff like that of liquids and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, it doesn't work out. It's not working out that well. So luckily, one of my subscribers actually did get me the camera that you're seeing now, and
Yeah.
I just figured to hell with it. So I'm going to be doing hardware reviews, liquid reviews, and we're going to try to get some like podcast things going and everything like that. We're just trying to do a whole lot of things with that channel.
Are you from Newcastle by any chance, mate, or
I'm
somewhere
not.
around there?
I'm from the northeast of England. I'm from Northumberland originally.
Northumberland.
Yeah, it's about maybe 20 miles away from Newcastle.
Yeah, I was going to say it did sound a familiar accent you got. I thought you weren't Scottish. I think you live in Scotland,
I
don't
live
you?
in Scotland, though. I do. I live in Scotland. I live close to Kieran. So,
I was going to say that certainly ain't the Scottish accent you've got.
No. I live. See, the thing with me, my accent is all over the place because I lived in Australia for 5 years.
Oh right, you've got a bit of Aussie in you.
Yeah,
because there's this darts player who's Paul Nicholson, who's a Geordie Australian, and he sounds like you.
Yeah, exactly. You keep on getting these little bits of. It actually gets worse. It gets worse the more that I start drinking, which I'm not gonna. But it gets worse. There's Australian stuff coming out.
Good A spot.
Yeah, it's like mate. Everything's mate. Everything's. I say mate all the time. It's like it's all right, mate. It's all right. It should be all right, mate. It's fine. It's fine. You know. Jesus Christ, you know. But no.
Oh yeah, bloody dickheads.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my Bogan impression.
Bogan say you fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
So, that's basically that's really the is. But no, it's funny. I used to live 5 years in the same place that Bogan was from, Adelaide. That's where I was.
All right.
So it's if at one time, which I highly doubt, I ended up talking to him. I had loads to talk about because I could ask him, "Oh, is this place there? Is that this place there?" So yeah, and then I basically decided to contact yourself. Because I looked at your logo and I was watching your videos, and at the very the intro of it, because I'm a 3D artist and I'm a 2D artist, it triggered the hell out of me. Your logo triggered the shit out. I was like, "That's jagged."
I was actually hurt when you said about it, mate, because I quite like the jaggedness of it. But
I couldn't stand it. I was like, "I can't do this. I can't do it. I've got to offer you to do this." So I offered to redo your logo, and we spent quite some time. Spent a couple of days doing that, and it's crazy because I didn't actually think that anything more would come of it. I thought it'd be just a one-off thing and stuff like that. But because of the help of everybody and because of the fact that everyone keeps mentioning it and because of social media, it's like, oh shit, suddenly I've got like 3 or 4 of these to do, which is a good thing.
What have you had? You've had some people already? Because I noticed on my channel under, the post I put, the written post with the picture. I think it was Steve Vaping Dragon was asking about
how can I get in contact with him.
Yeah, because I didn't see it until last night, and I put your email up, and then I realised you'd already replied to him.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten a response back from him yet, but I'm sure he will in the future.
No, it's really good, mate. And like I say, guys, I'm really impressed with it, and I thought he's obviously been doing this sort of thing for a long time, but he's not actually. You're not making money in the fact of not self-employed anyway. I know you've had jobs doing it before, haven't you? But so guys, he's open for business. So when he contacted me, I was like a little bit apprehensive because I was thinking, I don't know you from Adam for a start. And he said, no, I want to do
crazy.
it.
I called you. I was like, I just want to talk to you.
Yeah, because you get this sort of, if I look through my spam folder, I get it all the time. My MF Vape reviews one. I was looking through it today and I was thinking, is this genuine or is this just another hoax? So, but anyway, I'm fucking glad we got talking, mate. And over the moon with it. I've done a nice intro today as well.
Nice.
I might put it on here later because I saved it to MP4, so I might play it a little bit later on once we're into it. It's only about 18 seconds, so
it's fine.
But it's basically just using that logo, and I've put some other effects and stuff over the top. But I think it looks pretty cool, so it'd be interesting to see what you think. But you'd have to have a look on YouTube though to actually watch it.
That's fine. That's fine. No problem at all.
But really nice to have you on though, Morg, and let's go on to Lethal as well now, shall we? So before he starts getting really bored because he hasn't said his buffet yet.
By all means, guys, I'm just tired. That's all.
I just want to say hello to some more people actually, because people were sorry, Goobs, Leaf. There was, I think I've had a couple of donations in there, but I didn't see who they were from because I was too busy talking. But AVC's in the house. David Chuk, Flat Cap. Reverend Vape, Pav G, thank you very much, and it was really awesome to meet you at Expo, buddy. Mark Kilgara, do you have any links for Morg, Ryan? and Ryan. Yeah, they're down below the video. I put them in there. If you click on the YouTube thing, I always put links of the people who are on here in my description. I've got the link to Morg's email address, and I've got Ryan's YouTube channel there. So please check them out and sub to everyone on it. It'd be really appreciated.
Yeah, that's my YouTube channel as well. If anyone wants to subscribe to that, that's the Long Road Home. I'll just put the in chat there.
Right, yeah, I haven't got that on there, but I'll put it on there later on when we do the rerun. Or let me know what it is if you can email me or something.
Of course.
Yeah. Kentucky Vapor, what's that, buddy? Right, that's about it, I think. So yeah, carry on then, Lethal. Nice to see you, mate. And I'm sorry about your car again, bud. You look really stressed out.
It's not mine. It's my mother-in-law's.
Oh, it's your mother-in-law's, is it?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Sorry about you.
Yeah, it's all right. It's tiring. That's all. Just exhausting, and it takes a beating on my arms.
Yeah, I bet, mate. Yeah.
So yeah, buffet time. Well, let's see.
Buffet.
I've got Luxottic NC with the Equitas on top there.
Nice.
We've got the drag. The drag with the Hellbeast tank on top. We've got the Rage with the goat.
Oh, yeah.
We've got one of my favorite classy setups. We've got the Dot Mod Dot Box 300 watt LiPo box.
Oh, right, really?
Very, very nice. With dressed up with the gold Dead Rabbit RTA and dual colored drip tip on top.
That's actually
nice.
quite a sweet combo, isn't it?
Really nice. Looks like Iron Man's mod.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Kind of like that, right? I just think it adds class. I don't know. I think it screams class. But next up, what we got is the 21700 stacked overpowered with the Twisted Messes 24 Pro.
Nice.
And that'll do it for mods and RDAs. I've got some Mocha Vape from Infused. Wow. It's nice and focusing today. I like that.
Yeah.
Some of that.
I having to curse
I
at
forgot
it.
this one. Forgot this one. We've got the Punisher Rig V3 with the Kennedy 24 on top. Sorry about that. Forgot about that one. We've also got some Blazberry and not a personal favorite, but it's an all right juice. We got some Monkey Nuts. We got some Monkey Nuts going on right now.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Yeah, it's a weird name, isn't it?
Does it taste like monkey nuts then?
No, not at all. Tastes like banana and hazelnut.
Oh, really?
Monkey's nuts would taste like.
That Lethal Coils is getting a bit elitist.
Right, let's just say Rebuildable Ryan's just hit 700 subs, so well done, buddy.
Congratulations
on that, brother.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the people that subbed in here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. So everyone who hasn't subbed him, go and check him out and look for Morg's channel as well. I haven't got the link for it. I don't know if anyone in chat, like Lisa or one of my spanners.
Lisa has it.
She has she?
Yes.
That's cool. That's what the spanners are for. So much appreciated, darling.
We can't see you now, Morg.
Morg's got off again. He keeps leaving us. He's the mysterious disappearing designer. But anyway, right. So let's say what I'm vaping on, because I've just been to Expo, everyone, last weekend, the UK Vapor Expo. Had an awesome time there. And I did pick up a few goodies, so let's show them off. Saying that, this wasn't from them, but I've got the Journier, or whatever it's called. What's it called? Journier?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. I thought it was called Journier or something, but we've got that. That's come from Sourcemore, actually. They sent that one over. It's been out for months, but they it's a long story, but it took them a long time to give it to me. But to be honest, the vape on it is bloody good on it. Single core Atty with a massive juice well. So we got that. We got the Mad mod underneath by Desire Design. I've had that a few months. The review for that is on the channel. Picked up a Horizon Falcon King from the Horizon store at Expo. I got the blue one there. So I haven't opened it yet because I've got so much other stuff that I'm testing. What else did we get? Picked up some more colours of the PAL 2 pod systems. From,
that looks good.
yeah, this nice colour. So they gave me, because I know Artery, they send me stuff anyway. I went up to their stand, and because they're basically EH Pro as well, the sister company. I went in there and said, my Kelpie's got a bit of a loose top cap. Can I have a black one, please? Because mine was silver. And they said, yeah. I was only trying my luck. And then they said, oh, they sat us down, me and Lisa, gave us a can of Coke each. They said, do you want to test out the new PAL 2 one? Because I've got the original when I reviewed it. But these colours look awesome, and they've got a new 1 ohm coil in them. So I said, yeah, I'll check them out. And they've sorted the magnets out as well. But they look really good, and I really like the draw on that pod, so they gave me 3 of them. So I'll be showing off all the colours in the review for that one. So that's that. We've also got the new Asmodus one here, the Minikin V3S with the tank on top. The tank isn't bad actually for a sub-ohm tank, but I've been using it mainly with my Zeus X or whatever. But this has got a fingerprint sensor, but to be honest, it doesn't work all the time, which pisses you off, because you can set a passcode into it, or you can have it as a fingerprint sensor. And if it doesn't work, you're knackered really. So I've turned it all off because I don't want to not be able to get into the mod. But it's a good idea, I suppose. But yeah, it's a cracking little mod though. But it's designed really for a left-handed vapor, because you've sort of got the grooves in it on the left-hand side, holding it like that. But if you're right-handed, it's still comfortable, but it's just the other way. It's like the Rage is more for a left-hander, wouldn't it? So
yeah,
I still found that comfortable. So it's to be honest, when I'm in bed, I vape left-handed anyway, because just the way I'm lying. So, but that is a cracking little mod. This one, I'll be doing the review at some point for that.
Question about that.
What, the Minikin? Yeah.
Yeah, is it just take your fingerprint for the initial hit, or does it take your fingerprint every time you fire it?
No, it doesn't do it like that. Basically, it's if you want to set up a password, a code for it, because you can put this. I'll try and go through the menu for you, but it's got this sort of like the passcode, but you've got Asmodus written in 6 letters, and you can choose like a pin for the different combination for it. So you have to put that in first, choose one, and then you've got to put it has to recognise your fingerprint, so you can put as many as you want in. And then what it's supposed to do is when you've turned it off and you turn it back on, you have to touch it then to open it up. And that's the problem. It's not fucking recognising it unless you you have to go like this all over it, and then eventually it will find it. So I don't know what other people have been finding, but for me it's a bit of a gimmick and it doesn't work properly, which is a bit of a shame. But the other thing... Yeah, carry on, man.
So when you go to set your fingerprint, it obviously asks you to put your thumb on there.
Yeah, you know, like on your mobile phone, on the sensor on the phone, have you got one like that? It's exactly the same, where you have to put it in different positions, and then it sets itself, and then you can add the finger. So you can put... I've put 3 different fingers. I don't know how many you can put in there. But so it does that, but it's basically an unlock as well, because you know, like when it unlocks it locks itself normally, and you have to swipe down like with normal Asmodus products. You can literally touch it instead to unlock it. Now, mine is working now. It's when you try and switch it on, I'm having the problem though. It's like in that mode, you know, when it's off, and then you go to it asks for the fingerprint. That's when I'm getting the issue. Because when I'm unlocking it, it's doing it okay. Well, it's not doing it now. That's what I mean. It's rubbish. Because if it doesn't do it as soon as you touch it, then it's useless. If you ask me, you might as well just go like that and swipe down on it to unlock it.
Gimmick, basically.
Well, I think so.
I think so.
They need to sort it out. I don't know what other reviewers are thinking of it. People who've got it, but the actual mod though is really good, and I've just switched that off. That's probably why it's not working. Have I switched it off? Oh, I can't remember now. I'll just put it back on again. But the one thing I need to point out with this, the top on the 3S only fits 25 to 26 mil atties. But if you get the Minikin V3 on its own, it's got a flat top. So if I were you, I would go and get that one, because you should be able to fit wider atties. Saying that, I don't know if it would make much difference, because wherever this... Well,
I think the 510s are in the same spot.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah, so it's not going to make much difference. But I tried to fit
overhang the front.
Yeah, I tried to put the Fatality on, but it was too wide, because that's the 28, I think, 29. I think my one was. But,
28.
Yeah, I measured it as 29 though, because
Oh, really?
I did the review for it. So
The rings are probably beefy for the airflow.
but anyway, it doesn't fit on here, so you just saying that it's fine. But if you do, I've got the Glaz V2 the other day. It would have been nice to have had this centered. It'd have been awesome because that's a
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? That's a 31mm device here. So
that's a problem that I have with 90% of mods is if they centered the 510, the range for atomizers would be much larger, but they tend to set it off, and then you can only get to like a 25 on most of them.
yeah, which is a shame because we are getting more and more atomizers which are actually good at 30mm. This Glaz V2, this is my favourite of the year for flavour. I think I've just been testing the Zeus X out for ages. I'm doing the review. Just recorded it the other day, but that has got really good flavour. I think this one edges it because of that glass chimney post we've got in there. And but the trouble is, it's a big tank. It's not really. It's not going to suit everyone unless you've got like something to put it on, and that's the shame. But there are more and more Atties which do actually work that are big. That was my point. So they should design mods that can fit them.
I think it's the form factor more than anything else. Because if you have a look at the actual traditional form factor and stuff like that, you have it tilted across to that way. And I think a lot of the actual manufacturers are just keeping with a standard form factor that everybody likes. I mean, you've got something like the Tesla one that I've got there. That's a center one, but it only takes a 26, 28.
Yeah, but it's still you can just but the good thing is with it, you can still put it on whether it overhangs or not, though.
Of course,
The problem with this one, it's got the lip on it, so you can't.
Yeah. That's a.
I thought that was crap when I saw that. But WGD, I just want to speak. He's answering the question here. With the fingerprint, you have to be more fragile, with it, and it works fine. But I don't see the point in the finger in it, to be honest. Well, I did try and feather it as well, WG, but it was still temperamental, to put it lightly. So, IVC reviews is in the house.
It's like the DH Cigar Wild Wolf 235. Fucking fits a 30mm perfectly on it.
Lovely.
510. Great little mod.
Yeah, I swear by it, Lethal. It's probably my favourite mod, that. The Shogun fits basically 30s on it, but I think it might overhang slightly. But this is a good little mod from iJoy as well. Right, Crystal, I got my black and gold G-Class and the Boris V2 in gold to match with Lemon Lush. Nice to hear that, Chris. Sounds very good, mate.
Tom Briscoe, I've tried the Smock Nord, and yes, I can tell you it is good. It's better than the Novo, and in my personal opinion. My wife has one, and I pick it up from time to time.
Yeah,
here's my question. My question about the Nord is, so this is the new Trinity that takes the Nord style coils.
Yeah.
The coils that come in this kit are a 0.8 and a 0.6.
Yeah.
The flavor I'm getting off of them are not very good at all. What are the coils that come in the Nord?
Actually, I can't tell you because it's downstairs in my wife's.
I think potentially it might even be the same coils.
Let me just look that up real quick. Oops.
To generally answer why's so sad question really quick, for a stacked mod, I use a 3000 milliamp battery with around a 4 ohm build, and I'll get a good full day out of it, and it'll still have some good juice left in it. But it's all dependent on what batteries and what build you're running.
Okay, so the Smock Nord, it takes a 0.6 ohm sub-ohm mesh coil. It takes a 1.4 mouth-to-lung ceramic, and it takes a 1.4 traditional coil.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust that ceramic personally. That's not my opinion.
Yeah, it's not my thing either, personally.
No, I don't like them.
So theoretically, the 0.6 that comes with this should be the same one with the Nord, right?
Yeah, theoretically.
Because I've vaped the mesh one in a Nord before, and the flavor was good. The mesh one that came with this, the flavor is not so hot, and it floods.
Is that a smock, as this, or is this the Lost
Yeah, the
Vape?
Smok. That's the
Yeah.
Lost Vapor, Ryan. No, that's the Smok Alpha
It
Trinity.
looks exactly like the Lost Vapor Ryan, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it does look a little bit like this, doesn't it? It's like
It's
Yeah,
funny
here,
how
let me,
they companies like copying each other, isn't it?
let me
Actually-
show you guys side by side.
Ryan, didn't
Just
the all those coils that are in that Trinity, weren't those specifically made for that? I think that Smok made some new coils, because normally they'll do a bunch of coils that are like the Baby Beast ones that will use in this tank and that one and back and forth and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that the actual coils in the Node are actually specifically made for. No, not in the Node, in the Trinity are specifically made for the Trinity. I don't know.
What's
Well,
the
what I know
that's-
that the coil shape is the same. So it's like, I don't know if it's a different like ohm or different style actual material that's in the coil, but I do know that they both fit. They're compatible with each other. I do know that much.
It's funny because that's not the first pod system that they've copied either. Like, look at their
No.
Myco.
what's the
There's a little
Trinity then, guys?
It's a
Smok,
new one.
not the Smok Myco. The
Oh, right.
Me-Pod.
Yeah, it is, but you've got to expect it. Though. It's competition, isn't it? You could say it with
Yeah,
everything.
no, I think it's funny how many they're copying now.
It's crazy the amount of copying, and the fact that the new one they released, that whatever it was, the new thing they brought out, basically it's just a they've gone back to the original ones that they did the most successful for.
Oh, what the Alien? Thing?
Alien, it's an Alien 2.0. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Looks like an Alien 2.0.
I must admit, it isn't great, but it is just like with anything, because you could argue this point with televisions and everything. When the first person did a flat panel and all that, and everyone catch on, because there's a lot of this drama in the vape community that people are copying each other's decks and that. And I think it's just, unless you can fucking patent it, you haven't got a fucking leg to stand on. You'd look at every tank there, all the Kylin ones. You could argue that the core copied it, the airflow on there. The Kelpie, we've got the FP, uses the same honeycomb airflow, but it's just the evolution. You take bits from one tank, put it in another, and I don't see what all the drama's about, because I was watching that thing on Ambitions the other day, and I didn't see the original video, but apparently there's been some beef about him copying the deck of the Rebirth RTA. Now, I haven't got the Rebirth RTA, but I have got the diesel one here. And I'm sure there must be some variances to it, but it's just the nature of the beast, isn't it? You're gonna, do you know what I mean? So
I think what the comparison was to the recurve dual deck, not the Rebirth.
oh right, the what the
Recurve Dual, as opposed to the original Recurve.
what the recurve dual RDA?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an RDA though.
The recurve, it was something about the deck in the recurve compared to the diesel was so similar that blah blah blah. But
Well,
I don't know. My personal opinion.
I think they should. I think they shouldn't have said anything myself, because yes, it's similar, but there's probably more holes on here. And I saw the Rebirth one the other day. I haven't got it yet, but there is more holes on here. You can tell there is. But I don't know how you can make that claim to say it's your idea or whatever, because you could say the Kylin Mini was the first one to do it, and everyone else started copying that or using the same idea. So I think it's a little bit out of order to be complaining about someone else copying it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, they do say that imitation is the ultimate form of flattery, and
yeah.
you know, and look at car manufacturers. How many cars look the same these
Well,
days?
look at it. That's what I'm saying. It's in every walk of life, but in vaping, everyone seems to make a kick up and a stink.
I go crazy over it.
I don't understand it, because what about the fucking mouth to lung tanks I've got? Everyone uses the same deck design.
Same deck.
Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, the K-Fun style deck. So you don't hear people complaining about that, do you? Like with the Gate RTA by Ambitions Mod.
Go and fix it.
Or I just think it's people doing their own things. They put their own airflow in there or whatever. They might tweak a little bit. It's like the Bonza RDA. That was similar to the Peerless, I think.
GR2 as well.
Hey?
GR2. The Bonza
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But other things were different. Oh yeah, the actual clamp posts were. But I think it's good. I thought fucking hats off to you, Bone, because you've got really good honeycomb airflow, and we've got clamp posts with nice screws that work properly. So I think I'm all for it. I don't mind it really. I know I must admit the Profile Unity and the Vandy Vape one looked pretty similar, but I haven't vaped on the Vandy Vape one, but yeah, it's just going to happen, I'm afraid, guys. No point in fucking getting too wound up about it, is there?
Well, Bogan even admitted when he was designing the Bonzer and stuff like that he said that he's just taken all the favorite things that you like from other devices.
Yeah, but I suppose the difference is that he has used one or two bits of from different ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas I suppose what Mike's saying, I haven't got the Rebirth dual yet, so I can't put them side by side to see how much of a copy it is. But it looks similar. But then again, a lot of the stuff I've had this year looks similar to the last one I've looked at.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like the what else have I got? The Zeus dual. And the Zeus ZX here, you know, they've got the little chimney that goes over the top. Well, I've got the Solomon V3, that's very similar, and also the African CPTF. Now, this is a single coiler, but who's going to make the claim for doing it first? But you look at this, African CPTF, it's exactly the same, but this is single coil. And it's a bloody good tank as well. And I got the Zeus X after this one. So you could argue that Geek Vape have copied African because this has been out for a good few months. So it's just, I don't think there should be all the bitching that goes on. I just think, yeah, all right. It's or do it in private. Say, hang on a minute, what's going on there then? I don't know, whatever. It's it just makes my fucking blood boil, to be honest. Why can't people just enjoy what they're doing? You didn't have this drama with smoking, did you?
Nope.
Tom Bresco asked, he's asking what's better, the Rebirth RDA or the Drop Dead RDA. I'm sure people would have tons of different answers for that depending on their vape style. My personal opinion, so there's a difference. The Rebirth is bottom airflow. The Drop Dead is a side airflow. The Drop Dead is a little bit easier to build on because it has its own isolated post for each coil. The Rebirth, you're stuffing two coils into the same two center posts. Me personally, I think the Rebirth has a better vape, but I also think it's a little bit more of an advanced RDA because it's easier to leak because it's bottom airflow, a little bit more difficult to build. At the end of the day, I have both of them. They both have smooth airflow and they both have great flavor. I just prefer the Rebirth a little bit more.
Do you? Because I bought that the other day, Ryan, and I've got the Drop Dead, which is one of my favourite RDAs, but I haven't had time to wick up the Rebirth, so I really need to get on with it. But it's, do you know what I mean? I've got quite a few bits in at the moment because I was going through my buffet and we've digressed there. I wanted to show off some other things, guys. We've got the Ocular here by Twisted Messes and Org Vape. This came through in the post the other day, so I don't know if you can see that. It looks like the old similar to the Goonie type.
And how
what?
How do you like it?
Well, I was going to get onto that, wasn't I?
No,
I've only put one build in it, and I've just put a round wire build in because I have face. I thought I'd try it out on some 22 gauge wire first, and it vapes really well. I like it. I don't know if it's my favourite one, but I need to put a couple of aliens or something because I prefer my beefy, chunky cools personally. I don't like using round wire. So it is really nice flavour, but yeah, I've only had it for a few days, so we'll have to see. But it's not bad.
That's on the Rinco, right?
Yeah, this is on the Rinco Mechman, mate. You'd like this one, Lethal. The old American flag, eh? This is a fucking quality. This is the one that I've... this will be up next, the review for this. It comes with a tank as well. That's not all that great, but the mod... I think it's quite cheap as well, in relatively speaking. Do you know what I mean? It's there's the display on it. Pretty good display.
Yeah, Pete.
Built,
it's almost like an armor to actually protect the panel.
Yeah, it's really sturdy. It's got a little bit of weight to it, zinc alloy, and it says it's leather, that sticker thing. Probably a faux leather or something. But yeah, that's a good little thing we've got. And I've got a couple of pod systems that I got from Sigelli at the show as well. I didn't really want them, but Lisa said I was rude because I was trying to leave without having them, and she made me stay. So I've got 3 pods to review. They're all different, so... Yeah, we got them. One of them's really good, actually. I want to go and get it. And we got this thing from Tesla as well. All in one little pen style thing. Innovator. Yeah, the Innovator. But yeah, that completes my buffets really for the time being. So
yeah, so I just wanted to So you said you were saying that you enjoy the Drop Dead a lot, and you hadn't built your Rebirth yet.
Yeah, I've literally only had the Rebirth the other day. Yeah.
Before I go into explaining what I'm about to say, real quick, I want to say, so I squonk single coil RDAs, and then if the dual coil RDA has a protruding 510, I run them on my single cell mechs and drip them. So for a long time, the Drop Dead was my number one mech dual coil dripper. Then when the Rebirth came out, the Rebirth took that spot, and the Rebirth had that spot for a while. Now, actually, what has that spot for my number one dual coil dripper on a mech is the Widowmaker RDA.
Oh, really? Is that the Vandy Vape one?
Yeah, I really enjoy that. I just put the video up for that like 5 or 6 days ago. That's a really good RDA that I enjoy.
Quality. Yeah, check it out, guys, in chat. I must admit, I'm not a Vandy Vape fan, but I have got some of theirs, but I don't like the customer service because they've let me down before. But
I agree with that.
So I don't often buy their stuff, to be honest, but fair enough, they do make some good stuff. I've just had a couple of lemons. I did buy the Kylin V2, which I really like, though. I just want to say hello to Tom there. I agree with you alone. There will come a time when everything has already been invented. Look at cards. It is getting like that with rebuildables, unfortunately. There's only so much you can do, isn't there? Unless someone starts thinking way out of the box. Right, I just want to say what Rajan Sagu said here. Derek claimed he's been developing it for 1.5 years, but never mentioned anything to Mike when they met. Also said to Times Vape to keep his involvement secret. Also said to Times Vape to keep his involvement. Who said? Well, who said that though?
Wait, what was the question?
Well, it's to do with the oh fucking hell, what's it called? The diesel RTA. Derek claimed he's been developing it for 1.5 years, but never mentioned anything to Mike whenever they met. Also said to Times Vape to keep his involvement secret.
Yeah, what I've heard on that is, so he said he started designing it over a year ago, and then Times Vape's prototype that was supposed to be the release one, where they had put the post screws, were in a spot that would bend your coil.
I hate that.
What, like the Loop RDA did that, didn't it?
Yes. So Derek said, if you're not going to change it, then I don't want my name on it.
Oh, really?
And then, so then apparently they ended up releasing something with Derek's name on it already. So then that's when Derek went ahead and said, okay, I'm just going to have to do the video. But then something happened where after they already told him that they couldn't change it, that they ended up changing it anyways.
What? They released? Are you talking about the diesel tank still?
Yeah, the one that was supposed to be released, the grub screws were in a place where it would bend the leads.
Oh, right. And so they redesigned it afterwards.
Right. And Derek said, I don't want the grub screws there. And they said, we can't change it. And he said, all right, I don't want my name on it. So then they ended up changing it. So as far as I know, that was the whole...
So they've changed it, so it's identical to the where the grub screws are in the Rebirth. But you could say that fucking 99% of drippers, they have the leads going that way anyway, don't they? The screws. So that's just pathetic, if you ask me. But anyway, whatever. Maybe he could have said to Mike, I've got a dripper, I've got an RTA that's a little bit similar to yours. I don't know if he did. I don't think he did by the sound of it, because when he said his little sorry video last night, it sounded like maybe he didn't. But I don't know. If he has been developing it for over 1.5 years, you're going to look at other RTAs, aren't you, that you've seen along the way. That's how anyone designs anything. So I don't know. Yeah. I think he's getting a little bit of flack there, and I don't think it's totally just. But there you go. Everyone has their opinion, doesn't they?
Mark Kilgara. Yes, the material used in Aliens matters. Whether you're using nichrome, stainless steel, kanthal, it's going to alter the amount of wraps that you're going to put in for a certain resistance.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to affect the ohms, like he just said. Also, you need to find out what material you personally get the best vape off of, because myself, I like nichrome 80 and nichrome 90. Some people have an allergy to it and they can't vape it. Some people love stainless steel. To me personally, I get a funny taste off of stainless steel, but I know people that get an amazing flavor off it. So you need to find a material that you personally like.
Yeah, other people swear by Canthal still as well, especially in mouth to lung tanks. Do you know what I mean?
Also, to add something to that, it also depends on where they actually source the wire from as well.
Yeah.
Because the quality of the wire from say say Asia and stuff like China and stuff like that, the quality of the wire from that compared to like the American wire and stuff like that, it makes a hell of a difference.
100%.
Yeah, but you are getting some decent calls though, even like from Wotofo and stuff now. Those pre-made cheap ones aren't too bad.
They're actually not too bad, no.
Yeah, so it's I think it's on how they clean it as well to make sure that all the oil's off it. So I recommend
also don't forget a lot of these larger companies outsource to actual coil builders.
Yeah.
They just won't put their names on them.
True.
They make them for the companies.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thanks, Ryan, by the way.
But it is a good idea to clean them first.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. I saw you the other day on. I saw you on Lethal.
Yeah, I was in there.
Was it Kentucky's show? Yeah, it was Kentucky.
Yeah, it was in Kentucky. I was in Kentucky show.
And then I ended up leaving early, and I forgot to.
Thanks for the information, Bill.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is he taking the piss?
Probably, but there you
go. Nice.
Also, so Mark, there's a difference between like mass-produced coils and then a coil builder who makes coils by hand.
Definitely. Yeah.
You're gonna notice that coils that are made by hand are going to be at a higher price, but usually that price comes with a higher quality.
Yeah, and they last longer as well.
Yeah, they last so much longer.
Yeah, yes. I wasn't saying that I've got a load of aliens from my ex sponsor of the channel. So I'm not saying that there's any, but I'm just saying that some of the ones, the mass-produced ones, are pretty good these days. They're not too bad. You know what I mean? There isn't that much of a difference, if you ask me. They are definitely better handmade coils, but some people can't afford to pay for them. You know, some people are on a budget and they can only. Do you know what I mean? You can get 10 coils for a $5 or something, whereas you're paying a lot more. But then again, it's the old they do last a lot longer, so you do get what you pay for, don't you? So there's a lot.
I totally. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I 100% agree. If I was going to recommend somebody to buy coils that are not from a coil builder, I recommend Wotofo coils all day. I don't have any problem using Wotofo coils myself. You can get just as good as a vape off of something like a Wotofo coil versus a coil builder's coil. The difference, like which was said, is you're just going to get a longer lifespan out of a handmade coil, and sometimes in a lot of cases you'll get a better vape.
And it's nice to support your fellow vapors and builders, people who are making a living or trying to out of it, because we've got obviously we've got Lethal there that still makes his own coils. We've got Chris Grimes, who's based in Scotland. He's a coil builder. Bill was doing them, but he's had to give up for personal reasons. But no, I think it's good to support your fellow builders and that, because it's nice if you see it, because you see these blown up pictures on Instagram and stuff like that. The actual intricacy involved, it's amazing, isn't it? How they
pornography, basically. I mean, let's be honest, it's coil porn.
It is.
You know, but going back to what you were saying about the some people can't afford it and stuff like that. I mean, take myself. I mean, I have no like handmade coils and stuff like that, etc. The Kelpie that I got today, I'm actually using the coil that came with the Kelpie, and it's fantastic. It's really,
that's what I mean. Some of them are, aren't they? They're
really good coil.
But if you can afford it, get handmade ones. Support your fellow vapors and reviewers, because they put a lot of time and effort into it. It's because I don't know if anyone's tried it before, but I tried to make a Clapton once, and you have to be, well, it takes a lot of practice, I think, anyway, unless you're extremely talented and can do it straight off the bat.
Or you go buy a coily, one of them coil maker things, them boxes, whatever it is.
Oh, the coily is an awesome thing. That's for cutting the legs.
No, it was the what was it again?
I know what. Yeah, you know what's it called? Yeah, I know the one you want. It's like a drill, but it's
Damocles or something on the cover was, whatever it was. I can't remember.
Drams or something, isn't it?
Something like that. I don't know. I made a Clapton once.
Yeah,
Scotch review Kieran's like,
exactly,
I'm a Clapton
Kieran.
once, shite.
But that's what I mean. When you realise, and how much time would it take you to do them as well? Because that's the thing. If you think about it, because people might say, "Oh, that's £3 or £4 a set, or for a set of two." You're thinking £2 a call, but if you actually think about it, those two calls could last you.
Daedalus, thanks, Kevin.
They could last you 3 or 4 months, just one. Because on some of mine, I just take the cotton out, re-wick them for a good couple of months. You know what I mean? And you think about it, if you're buying a stock call tank, people who don't do rebuildables, you're paying £10 for 3 calls, which last about a week each. So, you know, when you think about it like that, it is bloody good value for money. And you're getting the top. Do you know what I mean? Because I still buy the Falcon calls for Lisa. But even that, it's only, what's that? If it lasts a week, 2 weeks, you can get out of them £1.50 a week. It's still cheap as chips compared with what you used to spend on cigarettes anyway, isn't it? So, but yeah, I just think, yeah, if you can afford hand built, it's really good when you do get them.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You appreciate them, you look at them, you vape on them, and there is a difference. There is.
Oh, not just that, it's the presentation on some of these things. So you get them in nice little glass vials with the pre-made cotton and everything with a little cork in the end. It just looks good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, you do.
Value for money for things.
It's just that little element of, you know, I can't think of the word, but it just feels nice that it's been hand built. Hip Hop Juice is in the house. What's up, bub?
Do you guys so being that I'm new to I don't know, I don't want to say, I guess I'll just say because I got a new camera or whatever, I've been trying to get into more of like the tech side to try to dial in all of my video quality and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to what everybody uses on the panel for live streaming versus filming your reviews, or if you use the same camera, or
I've got limited options, so I'm just using my C920 for everything.
Yeah, I am as well, mate. So
I use Streamlabs OBS for streaming, and I also use it for my recording. Then I've got my other editing software plus Photoshop.
Yep.
And I use my webcam for the most of it, and then my phone for.
What's your webcam, Goob? Is yours a Logitech or?
I think it's just below the C920.
It looks pretty good though, mate.
Thank you.
You've got a good picture there. Because I think you can't beat them. The C920, I paid $28.99, I think, on Amazon. It was on, you know, the Black Friday. So you can always pick them up when they're reduced. So, and I do most of my down low with the C920. It's not awesome. You can't go super close, but it's good enough for doing reviews with. But it'd be nice to get an actual DSLR or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I depending on what your budget is. So the camera I have is a mirrorless DSL, and you can get the entire camera, lens, SD card, a mic for it, a case, a tripod, and with the softbox lighting setup.
Yeah.
All of that together. So pretty much you're ready to go to make professional quality videos right out of the box for like $940.
All right, guys, stop taking the piss. TVP's not talking shit about Mike at all.
Yeah, I don't. Vic's in chat. He just said he isn't. To be honest, I don't really care. I'm just on here doing my show. Like I said, I'm not having any drama on here. There's no issue for me. So if you're trying to wind the situation up, there isn't any situation. I'm 45 years old in 2 weeks' time, and I'm not. You know.
You're 40. You're 44.
Yeah, I'm 45 on May the 26th. So all this childish drama and that, I'm not interested in it. So take it elsewhere. If you want to create drama, do it elsewhere. Because I'm just enjoying the show tonight. We've got Ryan on here. We've got Morg, the guests, having a really nice conversation here. Yeah. Obviously, Leaf and Goover, resident panelists. Always loyal support to the channel. So that's what I like. So no dramas at all.
Dude, you look good for 44.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I think it's to do with the lighting and the webcam, mate. It smooths out the face.
Does that mean I'm the oldest one here? Shit.
You know what I mean? That's the one good thing about the Logitech. It does make you look a little bit younger, mate.
Yeah, seriously, tell me Morg doesn't look younger than me.
Why? How old are you, Morg?
I'm 45.
Oh wow.
Are you 45, Morg? Yeah.
Certainly am.
Saying that, I didn't think you looked any older at all. But Lethal, when you shave that beard off, mate, you look 10 years younger. So that's, do you know what I mean? Maybe
when he shaves that beard off, he gets asked for ID for beer.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm
just look
37.
old no matter what.
I haven't got a beard. It seems to have grown back a little bit. I was due a shave again. Otherwise, Lisa would kick me out again.
Ouch, Kieran. Damn it.
I saw that, Kieran.
Ouch, you son of a bitch.
It looks about 60.
You asshole.
I was going to say, he's Morg's advertising Watofo there as well.
Yes, I am.
Free advertisements for Watofo. I've got a snapback here.
That's because I love them. That's why I love Watofo products. I really do. I genuinely love all of the stuff that they make. So
I'm a Watofo fanboy.
I love them.
I love them.
Yeah,
as
they're
well.
It's so sad. Anything custard, really. Anything fruity custard.
It doesn't
Yeah,
really fit the
Watofo, if you're
headphones.
watching, I am open to sponsorship.
This is the reason I don't wear snapbacks.
Is that a vape tube hat?
Yeah, Vape Tube.
Oh, that looks fat.
Big thanks to Vape Tube, who kindly gave it to me at Expo. They treated us all very well there. The meet and greet stand and everything made us all welcome. The
Must be the
reviewers.
camp and come on, God, everyone's getting on me now. I'm saying like
But
about 60 or something. Jesus
I
Christ.
just can't wear caps though. They just.
Who wants the D?
Okay.
Who wants
It's a-
the D?
Who wants the D? The big D.
What's that?
Dog
Dove Power,
hat.
is it?
Yeah.
I'll
says
tell
who
you
wants to...
something else I got. I got a Sigelli a t-shirt the other day when they gave me those pods, but it's a triple X size. So I put it on the day and I look like one of those basketball players. Do you know what I mean? It was massive on me.
This Galisi shirt is a large. It's like a American small.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? I suppose it's probably a Chinese triple X, but it was still massive on me.
I must admit that I've got a Glad shirt as well, and I also have the which one is it again? Yeah, the 6 licks one. I've got a 6 lick shirt, but it's the one that's designed to go like really long shirt. So it's really, really good because it's really like almost past down to your knees almost, It's crazy long.
Yeah, I must admit that's the only 2 bits of vape merchandise I've got from actual.
Oh, I love
vendors.
hats. I love collecting hats. I mean, Kieran's the worst one. Kieran's got oh my God, he's got about 15 hats or something from different people. It's just
Yeah, he likes a hat and he looks all right with them on, doesn't he? But just want to say big love to Jordan, who's now home, one of the resident spanners, and that's obviously it's fucking hell, Ryan's buddy there. He's back from work now.
J Money, that's my man right there.
All right, guys.
Jay
Sadly,
Money's
I'm
awesome.
What's up,
bounce
Salford?
out.
You got to go, Chris.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go back to the truck.
All
My
right.
mother-in-law's not here,
Mike,
and I don't want her coming up and
I think
interrupting
Kieran's
the
free,
live
so.
stream. So
Yeah, good. I'll answer you in a minute more. But anyway, Lethal, big love for coming on, buddy. I know it must have been fucking hard because if that was me, I wouldn't have been in much of a frame of mind to come on to YouTube, man. But I hope I hope you get it sorted, mate.
I was able to make it on for a little bit, but at least I was here. That's the way I see it.
Yes, sir.
No, fucking, I appreciate it, buddy. All right, so.
Oh,
We'll
same here, bud. Same here. Thank you guys so much, Ryan, Morg. It was great seeing you guys again, and I'll talk to you all.
Talk to you again tomorrow.
Lethal, good luck with everything, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good
buddy.
luck, Chris.
Okay.
See you later, Lethal. Big love,
Later,
brother.
guys.
Everyone give him a sub as well.
Big love and hugs to everybody.
See you
Bye.
later, buddy. Right, Papa Chigley. Hi there, MF Vape. What's with all the thumbs down? Have I missed something? Why did I read that? I always get thumbs down, mate. Look at any of my videos. My Kelpie one, I got 39 thumbs down. The way I see it is, I think it doesn't really matter because it's all interaction. If they can be bothered to put thumbs down, it's just as good as a thumbs up on YouTube land anyway. But
Sure.
it's because there's obviously a lot of people who don't like me or they're jealous of me or something like that. Put it that way. But I don't give a flying one. So carry on giving the thumbs down, guys, because it means absolutely jack to me. I get a loyal support of people out here that comment on my videos and stuff. Anyway, anyone wants to put thumbs down and give me shit on there, then see you later. But I don't really care, because I do my channel, I put my own time and effort into it, and I enjoy what I do. So simple as that. If I didn't have anyone interacting or saying I'm doing a good job, I might think of quitting. But the way I see it, I think I do a good job. I get a lot of positive feedback from the stuff I do as well. So I can handle a few thumbs down, because I usually get a lot more thumbs up. So that's why I see it. Why focus on the negatives?
Agreed.
Hey, when you got that many people going out of their way to do that, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, well, that's the way I see it. I take it as a bit of a compliment, to be honest, because do you know what I mean? It's not pissing me off. It used to, Ryan, when I first started out. If you get thumbs down, you get a little bit sensitive, don't you? Because obviously you've only just started doing it.
You've upset somebody.
Yeah, it's
Cheers, old bear.
You definitely develop a skin to this YouTube world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it is, if a person is going out of their way to do that stuff, they got stuff going on in their life that they're just trying to take their stuff out to make them feel better about whatever's happening with them.
Well, exactly, mate. It's totally agree with you. Anyone that wants to be like that, and yeah, it's just keyboard warrior. It's exactly the point. They've got their own pathetic lives, and they want to try and make your life, put you down as much as their life is. So, yeah, anyone who's trying to wind me up by saying I've got lots of thumb downs, it's not working. I'm actually enjoying it. So, carry on.
I said in a couple of mine, I don't care if you do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, it's the same.
Yeah.
MF Vape, nothing beats winding some gobshite up.
The thing is though, when somebody clicks on your video, even to do the thumbs down, that's a view. So therefore, thanks. Regardless of what you're doing, you've just given me a view.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. All you're doing, guys, is putting me up the search rankings. So just crack on.
Yep.
Your name in their mouth on their keyboard means you're more important to them than they are to you. Yep, good point.
True.
Thank you, PavG. This legend in chat here, PavG, he was he met him Expo. He's a really lovely bloke. We had a few beers. Well, we saw him all weekend. Me and Lisa did, and he's a really lovely bloke. Do you know what I mean? Just he watches the channel. He watches all of us. Pav does. I expect you know Pav, do you, Goobs, as well? PavG, probably.
I haven't met him, but
yeah, you haven't met him. He's probably been on your videos before. I would have thought. I'm sure I've seen him in chats before, but he's a really lovely bloke, and that's what I mean. That's what.
Yeah, Pav's been nasty as well. Yeah.
When you watch, when you meet him in the flesh, it's totally different, because you have this when you're talking to someone in chat and you haven't met them, unless they've got a picture up, you don't have a bloody clue what they look like. And he said hello to me, and I didn't fucking know who the hell he was. He goes, "It's Pav G," and I was like, "Oh fucking hell, come here, brother, let's have a hug." And we just spent a quality weekend together, basically. He's yeah, we had a right crack, me, Lisa, and him, and some other subscribers. Matt Benson, I don't know if he was in chat. I think he might have been earlier. Met him and his missus as well. Yeah, it was good meeting some subscribers in the flesh. Flat Cap Vapor, saw him at Expo as well. He's in chat. Another excellent YouTube review. He's only just been going the past few months as well. There's Matt Benson. See, speaking of the devil, he's just turned up. Yeah, we had a few too many drinks that night, so hence I'm now teetotal. I had fucking got too pissed. It wasn't good, so that's it.
Yeah, when I saw pictures of how tall Flat Cap was, I was like, holy.
Yeah, he's so tall.
I didn't know that. I thought he was going to be like average sort of height, and I saw him and he was like 6'4", 6'5", something like that. Dusty fingers. No wonder you didn't recognise PavG without his suit, MF Vape. Yeah, exactly.
Mike, is that a green screen behind you?
No, it's a screen, because behind there I've just got my wardrobe and it's a bit shitty. So I have got a screen I can put over it for green screen, but I don't use it. I don't use green screen. I haven't worked out how to use it. Someone in chat's asking if I use my Gate RTA. Not at the moment, because I have got my Littlefoot, which I prefer, and I've also got the K-Fun Light style one on the Stratum style as well. Purchased from Nature Vape in the UK, and this tank here is absolutely awesome. Probably my favourite mouth to lung ever. The draw I'm getting from this, and you
How
can
much
pick.
that one set you back?
I think I got it. Where did I get it? I didn't buy it. Where did I get this one from? I think I bought it from China actually, because I do buy some of my shit there. So it was about whatever, $16, whatever. You know how much the styly ones are cost.
Yeah.
It might have been 19, but in pounds it's about 14 quid.
Yeah.
So the Authentic's about 70. But
yeah,
the vape,
because that's expensive.
the vape quality. Because I know Mark Burns, who's Nature Vape, he does reviews and he's got his own shop, online shop. He's got the Authentic, and he couldn't undo the base of this, and he's bought a load of the clones in as well, because he sells them on his store. He don't give a fuck. And he says the vape quality and the machining is fucking better on the clones. So there you go. It's a bloody good tank actually. But yeah, the gate is very good. It's just probably a little bit restrictive for me, to be honest. I like a slightly looser one, and I can get a better draw out of this. The Littlefoot's a bit more loose as well. But those of you like your tight draws, you probably like the Gate RTA. Or the true mouth to lung one is another one that's a good one.
I must admit, I'm enjoying that Berserk other one that I got from you.
Oh yeah, that's a cracking one. It's a
yeah.
little bit too loose for me, but the fucking flavour and the draw is awesome.
Tremendous. It's tremendous.
But that's the thing though, Morg. I gave that to you because it's sitting there, because I know it's fucking good, but I can't vape them all the time, and I tend to have my favourites, so they just sit there. So I thought I gave the true tank away, and that's probably that was a lot of people's best mouth to lung RTA of the year, and I gave mine away in a charity. What do you call them? Fucking
raffle.
Well, it wasn't a raffle. It was one of those. What's the other word for it?
Auction.
Yeah, charity auction. Because that's what I do with a lot of my stuff. I took a big bag of extra review samples to Expo, because I get quite a lot of stuff. I buy half my stuff as well. And all the stuff I thought, right, I'm not going to use all that, put it into a bag and gave it all away to my subs and other reviewers at Expo. Because the way I see it is, what's the point in me having all this here if I can give it to people to make use of? And it also creates a little bit of space, and it feels nice, like helping people out. They might want to give it away to their friends who've just started vaping so they can get into it. So, yeah, I quite often do that. There's no point in just hoarding it, is there? So...
The notification you get when your missus keep on buying things off eBay.
I tend to
on the phone there. It's like, what are you buying now?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
PayPal says you've just purchased something. No, I didn't.
Goober, so you said you use your webcam for your FaceTime, and then you use your cell phone for the download?
Yes.
What kind of phone do you have?
Galaxy S8 Plus.
Okay, gotcha. Because for a while, that's when I first got my C920, I would do my FaceTime and download with that, and then I was given a recommendation to try my iPhone for the download. So then I eventually also switched to my FaceTime being the C920, and then my download being my iPhone. And my download ended up being a lot clearer with the cell phone camera.
Yeah, that's the issue I had when I tried using my webcam, which... Give me a second here. I'll tell you which one it is. A second.
The autofocus on them is rough.
Yeah.
Scott's funny, man.
It's the C16. C615.
Okay.
I'm using.
Well, it's like me when I actually go and start doing videos and stuff like that. I don't have a camera for close up and stuff like that. So it's I either try and use the C920 that I have, or I go to my friend's house and I use his 3,000-pound DSLR, which will make my FaceTime thing look like shit. So it's like, it's like I don't know what to do, you know.
Oh, you're saying it would make your FaceTime look like shit because you would film the download with that and then the webcam with the FaceTime?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that thing's gonna look like immaculate and everything. It's gonna look all beautiful, and then you get to like, oh, it's not quite as good. But that said, though, no, having said that, when you actually stream from a stream like we're doing right now from a C920, it only streams it in 720p.
No, it's 1080p, mate.
It's not. It doesn't. It's not like that. It records in 1080p, but it streams in 720. I think.
No, it's definitely 1080p, mate. The version I've got, the C920 Pro, it's got it written on here, HD 1080p. The specs on it.
No,
because someone else was telling me that the other day, but I'm sure.
I think he's saying for YouTube live settings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for YouTube live settings.
Oh, YouTube Live. Right,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. Fair enough. I'm using Zoom with OBS, so it's definitely
it is 1080. Right. Okay. I'm sure I must have saw a review somewhere that someone said it was only 720, and that's the reason why. Blah blah blah.
No, it's definitely 1080. If you look,
yeah, it is. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good quality camera for 30 quid or whatever I paid.
It's fantastic.
Awesome.
I mean, I've never had a half decent camera anywhere and stuff like that. But the only thing that's really not that great on it is the autofocus. It's something that's really janky.
Oh yeah, it is. If I do that, it probably won't pick up on it. No.
Did you guys download the manual control from Logitech?
I have got. I've got one on it. It's called what's it called? Logitech HD Pro Webcam C920 Control. My one's called.
Yeah, you can adjust the focus yourself and everything like that.
I quite often just put it in manual mode, especially if I'm doing the close-ups down low. Like now, you just leave it in manual, and you get a really nice shot.
I'm still getting used to this shit, so it'll get better. My lighting will improve, all these things will improve, and everything. But I'm only like 2 weeks in doing this live shit, so it's like it'll get better.
See, I had just gotten used to the C920 and all in those piddly settings, and then I got the DSLR, and I tried to use it in manual mode, and I attempted it, and then. It's just there's so many settings on a camera like that.
Yeah, that's what puts me off a little bit, Ryan.
Insane, isn't it?
Well, I just flipped it back in auto mode, and literally in auto mode, all I have to do is press record, and it will do everything else to the best of its abilities. And if you watch the video I just put out, it still looks pretty freaking good.
Yeah, what's the video of again, Ryan?
It's the last one I did. It's the one on the Rebirth RTA, and every video forward will have that quality to it.
Yeah, I saw that camera the other day on Lethal Screen. That's a nice camera.
This is for J Money, by the way. He wants to look at the 3S. So
he loves Asmodus.
You see the little curves there for your hands. So like if you have got it in left hand mode, it fits really nicely. I've got it.
Well, I'm a lefty, so I'd love to get a hold of one of them things.
Yeah, you'll like it, mate. And in Expo, they were actually selling them for 35 quid.
Oh God! Oh.
I managed to blag one. I said I'm a reviewer, and he said, "How many subs you got?" I said, "Just short 3,000," and he just handed me the box. I couldn't believe it because it was Asmodus. Because they don't normally send me anything, but fucking props to them for doing that. But then TBD, I spoke to the big dripper. He said. He said they're selling for 35 quid, and he said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Go and get one, mate." I said, "If you want one, go and get one," because he does reviews as well. But that's a bloody good price because I think I saw the retail on their website. This kit's $89.99, and that's pounds as well. It's obviously got a tank on it, so I'm not sure what the Minikin 3 would be. It's probably 50 or 60 quid, I would have thought.
I might get one in October then, because I think me and Kieran are going to the October Expo, so if it's got them down there, I'll probably try and get one.
No, it's a good mod. I've only had it a week or so, and I've been testing it every day. I've had no problems at all, apart from the fingerprint sensor. But I just think, why do you need to do that anyway? Something that's worth this amount of money, even if someone nicked it, it's just to stop them being able to use it. It also means that every time you go to use it, you have to put your fingerprint on there, and if it isn't working properly, it's why bother? Just switch it on and vape it. That's what I say. If it was worth £300, it'd be quite good if you could do that, and also have a warning to say you're not going to ever be able to vape this or something. Would be quite funny.
Yeah, that's the headache I kind of have at work. Is we used to be able to just swipe our badge and clock in that way. Now we have to actually use our fingerprint, and half the time it don't want to work for me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting with that, Goobs. But yeah, I don't know about you, Ryan, but when you first started out, did you did you start with a camera phone? Because I used the LG G5 for about 8 months of my channel. I did everything on that. Recording, editing. I used Cyberlink Power Director on there, and also uploading to YouTube. So you can do it all from your mobile phone if you want to.
I also want to get one of them things for the close-ups where you attach it to the desk. I saw like Jay Hayes using it. It's like a clamp with like a bendable arm that you can just put the phone. Have like a clamp thing. It looks really good.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen those ones.
So basically, for my channel, my first these are going to be rough numbers. My first 3 to 5 videos were filmed with my MacBook's webcam.
Yeah.
I was not tech savvy in the YouTube world at all.
No.
I had lost my touch for computers pretty much all over until that point. So I was just filming with my webcam right on my MacBook and uploading pretty much raw files right to YouTube. So for the first 3 to 5 videos, I did that. Then I ended up picking up like $100 camcorder, which was not for the type of video that we do as reviewers. So I don't use that anymore for this. Then I got the C920, and that ended up being quality that I was happy with.
You still need lighting though with C920, because if you haven't got big lights, it's still a bit grainy. I don't know if you found that when I first started out. Do you know what I mean? If I turn that big light off I've got in front of me, it looks a little bit crap. So that's what I'd advise anyone. You've got to get your lighting. You got to get light on you or on whatever you're doing.
Lighting is huge. I mean, you can have a cell phone with a good camera, and you can make it look like a great video if you have a quality lighting setup.
Yeah, totally.
And for the mirrorless Canon that I got, that was something I didn't think about before I got it, because I had 2 LED lights. One of them shit the bed right before I filmed the first video with that camera, so the video was darker than I liked.
Yeah. Hey CJ, by the way.
But I ended up just going on Amazon and investing like $120 on 2 really big soft boxes. It's like a 2000 watt system. So
yeah, with a low energy bulb in it or something, because that's what mine came with. The older, I think they're 125 watt bulb, but they produce like you say 1500, 2000 watts of equivalent lighting. But I've only got one on, to be honest. I used to use 2, but I found it was too much. I've just got one straight in front of me when I'm doing my lives, and even on the down low section I used to use 2 table lamps beaming down, but I just use that softbox light now, and it seems to be adequate because it just sort of lights up the whole room, so I don't even have to use 2.
How many bulbs are in your softbox?
1. I've just got a 125 watt bulb in it. The old, what's it called? E something, E20 or something. I can't remember what they're called now.
The ones that I just ordered are, it's 2 soft boxes, and each soft box has like 4 50 watt bulbs in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's 4 bulbs in each soft box, and each bulb is 50 watts. So I'll use one on either side to eliminate shadows and the down low and stuff.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I haven't got a lot of room where I record as well. So literally my softbox and stand is on my bed. Which right in front of me. When I had 2 in here, it just takes up the whole room. And if Lisa wants to come in or anything, she can't get in the bloody room. So
yeah, I know how you feel. My place is kind of like a rectangle, so I got one over here, one over here, and the green screen behind me. So
yeah, it takes up a lot of room, doesn't it?
Yes, it
does.
I'm
not exactly.
What's up, John Lean? Sorry, Morg. Just want to say evening to him. Thanks for the 20 NOK donation. Much obliged, sir. Carry on, Morg. Sorry, mate.
That's all right. I'm just basically saying I'm not exactly in the most perfect position myself, because it's like I'm sitting in the corner of the room because that's where my desk is. It's always been there. And I'm just trying to do something. I've got a light behind the monitor and stuff like that, and I've got the light over there and everything angled. And it's not the best. I haven't even got started thinking about lighting yet and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I don't even have a desk set up. I basically what I've got here at the moment. It looks all right on the camera, but I've got my ironing board set up with my laptop on it, with everything else. I've got a lump of wood on here with all my vape gear on the ironing board. Behind me, I've got, this is a piece of, look, here we go. We got the little wardrobe behind it. But I think it looks pretty good, but it just makes it look a little bit tighter. I know I haven't got any shelves with mods and stuff, but I just haven't got it. I haven't got a desk set up where I've got my computer all the time. So literally, if I go live or recording, everything's set up. It takes me about an hour to do, because there's all sorts. You've got to put all the stands up, you've got to plug everything back in, pack it all away. Another hour. Like after this show, I'll be doing this for at least half an hour to an hour. And yeah, so these people that have got their own little rooms, their little man caves, I'm so jealous of them. They can just come in and press play, and then they're on YouTube. Yeah, so that's what I strive to get one day, but we just haven't got the room at the moment.
The biggest problem for me is my glasses. I don't have the glare off them is just unbelievable. I don't know how the hell I'm going to cope out with that. But
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I look up and everything, the glare.
Oh
on my
yeah,
glasses,
I can see it.
It's horrific, and I just don't know how to I don't know how to cope with that. I don't know if we can get the glare lenses, like different lenses on them. I just don't know. It's horrific.
What have you got? What have you got light-wise? Have you got a softbox with a cover on it?
No, I don't have anything like that. All I basically have is it's just a tower stand with two bulbs and everything, and one of them is pointing at the corner of the wall, and it's a very soft light.
Yeah.
And but unfortunately, I'm looking at my monitor, and the monitor screen is catching all the white on my lenses. I mean, if I took my glasses off, it's a lot better, but I can't see shit. So it's like, what do I want to do? You know?
I think the softbox with the cover on probably would help. I don't know if Ryan would agree, but it definitely, because when I used to just use normal table lamps,
yeah, but I
my face was so shiny before. It's horrible.
But I don't have the money to afford the glasses with anti-glare lenses on them, unfortunately.
Oh, right.
The soft boxes, theoretically, they're supposed to eliminate the glare and the shine off of products, and it should eliminate the glare off your glasses.
I'll tell you how much I paid for it all as well. This stand with it had 3 sheets with it, a black, white, and a green screen. I got the 2 stands. I got 2 other stands for the softbox. Both the soft boxes and the 2 bulbs, all for 25 quid off eBay, and it's brand new. So it doesn't cost a lot. Yeah,
really?
Have a look on eBay, and you'll see it all on there. So I've got the whole kit. You got this big holdall that you put it all in, and so I thought, fucking hell, that's worth just trying it. And I thought it was from China. I think it took a while to come. Not that long, though, only about a week. And then I purchased them. This is another cover. I bought these separately. You can get them off eBay or whatever else. The only trouble is when you fold them up, you can see that I've got where is it? This line. You've got the creases, but then I think, oh fuck it, I really don't care too much. It doesn't look that bad, does it? Just looks.
Holy shit! You can like 35 pounds. You can get a whole softbox out of it with green screen.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's worth looking into. Ultimately, I like a couple of LED ones. They cost a lot more money, but they're a little bit smaller as well, so they're easier. But you get a nice little holder with it all in.
You do. That's for the future, though, for me. You know, I mean, I'm just starting now. You know what I mean? It's like.
Well, yeah, exactly. It took me a good 8 months before I started doing anything like that. Because at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you enjoy it first, because you might.
Hell yeah! I'm loving it.
Yeah, but I would do it for a couple of months to see if you want to stick it, because a lot of people do it for 3 or 4 months, and then you notice that they've gone. Goob would probably agree with me, isn't it, Goob? Like. A lot of reviewers you see, they seem to do quite well, and then they just disappear. So there's no point in spending a fortune unless you know you're going to stay.
Well, I understand that, but at the end of the day, you have to speculate to accumulate. So,
oh yeah, you do. And if you're only spending 25, 35 pounds,
it's nothing. It's not that bad. No.
And I mean, there's probably a usage for stuff like that in the future for other things too. If you're going to take photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a green screen, but I'm not joking. This green screen is like 10 foot wide or something like that. You know, it's like a massive one. It was actually done. I got it for a project for something that I was doing, and I just never used it again. But the project was great. It came out fantastic. But this green screen is like literally 10 foot wide, and it's just like, nah.
Yeah. The Vape Man, plus there's less heat from any. Yeah, definitely. To be honest though, Vape Man, my bulb, even having it on all night, it is hot for a bit because it's a low energy one. It's not too bad, But and Scott's Reviews just said, "Here's my trick: standard desk lamp, cover it with baking paper." So there you go,
Sure.
Morg. Try that.
No, I know. I should actually do that as well. I should do the baking paper, but yeah.
Yeah, I've used. I'm sorry, Goober.
No, I was just saying I got 2 soft boxes here, and then 2 cheap LED lamps I got from Walmart, and I just threw some tissue over it to minimize the glare, and it's working.
Yeah, I've used paper towels. I've also used a sheet, and that helps a lot with the glare.
You got to make do with what you got.
It's true. This is very true. Well, I did actually. My missus wasn't too happy because I actually stole this light that I've got here from the kitchen. So the kitchen right now has got no light in. So she's not exactly pleased with me right now. But
Morg, I can understand you because when I use the LEDs, I got to tip them up to do it, and she'll come in and be like, "Why'd you move my lamp?"
Anyway, Scott's Review, Kieran, you asked the question if you can come on next Saturday earlier, and I was meaning to answer it, but I lost track. By all means, mate, if you say you're not going to get drunk, I don't care if you drink. I'm just not drinking at the moment, mate. But as long as it doesn't turn into a shit fest on here with everyone just taking the piss, because that's what I don't like, where it gets a little bit out of control. But what was I going to say? We have got another special guest. UK Vapesters on next Saturday as well, but you're more than welcome to join us, mate. No worries. Right, for what I do under the normal bulbs, I have a few seconds if I'm shooting ice cream, but if you get 2 bulbs and put the above an Apple Watch, I can't fucking read that properly. If you get 2 bulbs and put the above on an Apple Watch, how fast the apple goes off. Can someone else understand that?
For what I do sometimes under the normal bulbs, I have a few seconds if I'm shooting ice cream, but also if you get 2 bulbs and put them above an Apple Watch.
An Apple Watch?
Apple Watch.
How fast the apple goes off.
Oh, put the above an apple. Watch how fast the apple goes off, is it?
I'm lost.
I'm not sure I can understand that.
Yeah, even I'm reading it and it's not making sense.
The Vaping Builder wants to know what you scored for gear at the expo.
Yeah, I did show it earlier, guys, but I've got 3 pods from Sigeli. In fact, I'm going to go and get them because I was going to show you that and I've lost it. But just bear with me a second, guys. Huh?
No problem, dude.
So what, Morg, what's your goals like for the direction that you're trying to bring your channel in?
Well, what I'm trying to do is, I've always had a massive passion for the industry and stuff like that. And obviously I see Kieran doing it and stuff like that. And I see my co-host doing things and I'm thinking to myself, that looks like fun. I'm always got a background from graphics, from all these things like visuals and stuff like that. And I love the actual challenge of making something look good. I've done quite a few, when I was at college and stuff like that, I used to make movies with friends and stuff like that, like short movies, comedy movies and stuff like that. And so being in front of a camera and everything and being behind the camera doesn't really bother me. It's not another thing. And I just, for some reason, I don't know what made me think of it, but I thought, I'm going to have a go at this. I just thought, screw it. And I'm seeing people like Gaz, Flat Cap, and I'm seeing how much he's progressed in the short amount of time and thinking, you know what? Why don't I do this? Why don't I have a go at this? There's nothing stopping me. And I have a lot of spare time in my hands because, my partner has a disabled son. So therefore I'm a primary carer for the disabled son. And the pair of us, we're basically in the house 24/7, we're the primary carers for him. So I've got a lot of spare time in my hands. I have a lot of good friends that I can talk to and everything. I have a lot of people that know what they're doing with this, how you do videos and things. So I'm thinking, screw it. The direction I want to go is I love hardware. Hardware is my thing. You can ask Kieran. Whenever I see a product and stuff like that, I get super excited. I just get so deep into this that I'll read every single thing about it. I'll watch all the videos that you guys are making and stuff like that. And I'll get really excited about things. I just have technology is my thing. My dad was a electronics guru. He was basically working on computers and developed a lot of things and systems. So I'm very technically minded. And I think it was when we were doing our show and DJ LSB came into our stream, and I was talking to him, just thinking to myself, oh my God, how much because that guy was like, like a really inspiring guy for me because he stripped things apart and everything. It was almost like porn for me because he was ripping these things apart and stuff, and it got me really excited. And I'm thinking, I'd love to do something. I'd love to have a go at it. And I've got a few ideas about what I'm going to do to make it different. I have a few little things, but I just don't know how to do it yet. Now, that's the thing. It's the point is that when you start to do this new, I mean, you can copy styles and stuff like that, but to define and make your own style is very, very difficult. And everybody knows that it's so hard to make your own type of videos and everything. But I have got a few ideas, and I have got a few really interesting ones. I've got one that's I'm surprised nobody's even thought of yet, which I'm hoping that it works. To be honest with you, I'm hoping it works. But no, I enjoy looking at things. I love having new toys. I love having new things to play with, and I love like getting really into them. And we'll get some juice reviews done. Fuck it, get some juice reviews done. Fuck it, in the text like 5 minutes. I know I will.
Right, what's going on in chat there? Matt Benson, you should get together with FCV for the next Gen Reviewer show. Who's FCV? FCV. Never heard of him.
No, I am.
Oh, Flat Cap Vapor, you mean? Right, yeah. He was on here. He's been on here twice already.
Gaz is awesome. I love Gaz. He's great.
Gaz is welcome on here anytime. You can come on here again next week if you want, Gaz. Someone asked me what I got from Expo, didn't they?
Yes.
I want to say hello to some more people. I think Betty's in here. She usually says hello to me. So hello, Betty. Who else have we got? Anyone new? Vaping Irish. What's up, buddy? Magumba. Right, so what we got? I've got this little pod actually. This is from Sigeli. And I don't like pods. I was thinking, oh, what's this rubbish? But it's called the Odo or something. But it's actually a really nice little vape. I've got some of that juice that I reviewed for Nature Vape the other day, the blackjack flavour, licorice and aniseed.
Oh, how's that?
It's good, but it's much better in the K-Fun Light. But for a pod, it's pretty good because look how small it is. You just put that in your pod. This one is a proper stealth on, and the batteries lasted pretty well. And, do you find with pods that the juice lasts bloody forever? Because I'm not vaping it solely on its own, but take it to work with me when you fancy a crafty vape and that. So that's from Sigeli. We got this Snowwolf one here, which is also Sigeli. This is another pod. It's got a bit of a draw in it that's given me a burnt taste. So I think there's too much power going into the coil. Maybe you need 50-50 liquid, and I've only got, I think I've got 60-40, but I don't.
Probably the problem with that.
Eh?
That's potentially the problem with that, the liquid.
Yeah, but it shouldn't. If pods should be able to handle 70-30, in my opinion. If they don't, then I don't like them because I don't like having it too high.
Right.
A lot of other pods work perfectly well with 70-30. So, but this one does. This has got 70-30 in it. It's all right. So we got that from Expo.
What milligram do you run in pods?
I've only got 6. I tend to run 3 on Sub-O, 6 on mouth to lung. To be honest, it probably could do with a little bit more, but you just take a longer drag and it's all right. But I picked this up as well, the Ardent, which I think Ryan's got there. Because I haven't got one yet. I got this from Times Vape, and I got the Taboo Diesel here, which is a really good draw on it. You can't deny it, but it's got this new plastic tank that they reckon's bomb and explosion proof. Because I said, have you got any glass bubbles? I emailed them because apparently you can get a bubble tank. Because this is only 2 milliliters, and it's quite a big tank for 2. And I emailed them. They came back and said, yeah, they're going to send me them, but they're not glass. But I think that would make a lot of difference with the wicking as well, because there isn't a lot of room between the chimney and the the plastic.
It's also going to affect the amount of. Is that a rebuildable thing? Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, RTA, mate. Yeah. This is the one that looks like the Rebirth RDA.
Oh God. So I'm assuming because of the height of the chimney and stuff like that, it might actually affect the size of coils you can put in there as well. No,
it's weird because if you take this top piece off, look how it's weird because when you take it off, it actually takes up half the bloody tank. It's quite. It comes off in one piece with the
Interesting.
piece of chimney, which is a bit weird. Normally, you have a top cap.
Jesus Christ!
Do you see what I mean? So it screws in like that. And the decor, you can put some monsters in here, mate. I think. What have I got in here? Yeah, you can if you look at the airflow holes, you basically got all that room either side to put corn in. I've got a couple of aliens coming out about 0.13. So
It's quite big.
it's pretty good flavour, but to be honest, my Zeus X and Glaz beat it. Got the Zeus X here on the blade. These are the Geek Vape combination, the Picasso blade. It's a good mod. It takes 21700. I know it looks pretty crap, but it works very well.
How good is that Zeus X? Is it really good? Because I was thinking about getting one.
Yeah, I'm a bit late to the party, but I think I bought it even. Yeah, most of my RTAs I tend to have to buy. I don't get given a lot, but it's absolutely awesome, mate. Look at this bayonet fitting. A quarter of a turn comes off, and this is built like a brick shithouse. The quality is amazing for Geek Vape. 25 quid or 20 quid. I don't know what you can get them for quite cheap. Top airflow, doesn't leak at all. But the draw on this, mate, this is apart from the Glaz 2, it's the standout tank for a 25mm and under tank anyway of the year. So I thoroughly recommend it. The wicking you've got to get. Saying that, I got it right first time. It's slightly GTA style, but you just got to wick it. Don't cram it for the cotton. Do you know what I mean? You don't want it touching the base or anything. But I think it's a lot better than the Zeus Dual anyway. Put it that way. So whoever asked about what I've got the Falcon King here sub-ohm tank. I think that's basically just like the Falcon, but with a bubble glass. It comes with a couple of them. But I like the Falcon. Lisa vapes that every day. We've got a few of these artery pod things, different colours, which I've already reviewed, but I've got a different core. They give me a mouth-to-lung core to try out. So we got that. The Ocular came from Morg Vape. I've got the Steam Crave Aromizer Plus, which has been out for about 3 years. But they gave me that the other day, and I've got the 20mm extension kit. I did show it the other day.
Oh, God, that thing.
Did you see my photo?
Yeah, I did see the photo. That thing's just ridiculous.
I've got it in 10mm mode at the moment, but I haven't tried it in 20.
Crap.
I haven't tried it in 20mm. If you think that's big, Goober, in 20mm, it's double the size, mate. It comes up here.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
but it's really good flavour for a tank that old, because the Glaz V2 is obviously Steam Crave. I don't think it's quite as good as that, but other people tend to disagree with me. They prefer the Aromizer, and for a tank to be able to hold up to that 3 years later, it's a bloody good tank. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, my friend uses that one in shorty mode, in the even shorter one.
Yeah, that's what I was using at Expo. I took the 5mm glass, and it is better. You get the 10mm, it tastes all right, but the 5mm you're getting better flavour. And to be honest, 5ml doesn't run out that quickly.
You can actually use that in RDA mode as well, I think, can't you?
Yeah, you can. That's a good point, actually. I haven't tried it in RDA mode because
my friend said it was good, so it was decent.
I tend to like RTAs because you fill them up with juice and you don't have to keep dripping. But
True.
I'll tell you what else I got the other day, though. You've probably seen it already. We got the Vapefly humongous, the Brunhild.
Oh, the Brunhilde.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that thing.
This is from.
Look at it.
This is Health Cabin. I got this one. This is a company like Sourcemore, a Chinese company, and they give me stuff occasionally.
That thing's as big as
that thing.
That's insane.
I think that thing is ugly as hell.
It is ugly, but I think it's going to give awesome flavour. You see the steel rope that you've got to wick. So you basically wick it with cotton on top and just lay it on top. And then you've got these steel bits of rope, and apparently it wicks like a champion. I must admit, I don't normally watch reviews, but I couldn't wait, so I have watched Suck My Mod's review on this. And he said the flavour's absolutely awesome, so I'm really looking forward to trying it out.
Yeah, I watched Bogan review it as well. It was he was going on about it as well.
Did he like it?
Yeah, he said the flavour was pretty good off it. He was quite impressed with it, but he didn't understand what the actual point of doing a one that's like the design of it is like years old, but apparently the German market is still huge.
They love their huge tanks.
They love it. They love the huge tanks.
It's very well put together though. Vapefly tend to rock good stuff. So
I can see the concept of it because basically when you're tipping it up, when you're taking a vape, the liquid is actually going up the coils, the actual metal. It's actually the spiral of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to try it out, but like I say, I've got so much in that I'm testing because I normally have at least 4 or 5 things on the go.
Yeah.
I'm going to start getting companies saying, when's this going up? And I'm going to say when it gets recorded. But I can only do 2 a week because I have to work full time anyway.
Yeah.
So they're just going to have to wait, I'm afraid.
I love the Artery Pal because I actually have one of them myself.
It's good, isn't it? The mesh core.
I have the I've got the resin, the Mark 1, the first one. I don't have the second one. I don't have the second version. I know there was that version, and there was another one after it, I think there was 2 versions after the one that I've got. Because I've got the original one,
No, this is the PAL 2, it is the second version.
It is. Yeah, I'm saying but I'm pretty sure that there was a one in between that or something like that.
1.5 or something like that.
Yeah. There was a 1.5 version, but I haven't actually tried them yet. But the original Artery Pal, I loved it because I'd always wanted a billet box. Now, a billet box for me was something that I always wanted.
I wanted one, but I thought it was too pricey. So
tell everyone the secret of the serpentine elevator. No, I don't want to because Mike might have the same thing in his review. I think Mike did the exact same thing as I did.
What's that?
My audio's still here, but for some reason my computer just dropped out for my visual. But my audio is still here.
Yeah, because I have I actually got the Elevate, and this Elevate here has actually gone through about 4 people because nobody could get it working right.
Yeah, I couldn't get it working right for the first few days.
I actually, what I did with the Elevate, you know how they've got the grooves, like the grooves where this is where the coil should go.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that. Well,
what do you mean the grooves? Oh no, I have it raised right up. That's why it's called Elevate, I reckon.
Oh no. I meant well, the reason why it's called Elevate is because the deck's elevated up as far as that. That's right.
And I just thought it was because I had the coil too low towards the airflow.
Yeah.
When I raised it, it started working properly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you look through the side in the airflow holes, and you've got it where it says it's supposed to go, because it's got that bit where you put your coil jig.
Yeah, the notches. For the coiling rod. Yeah.
If you put it in the coiling rod and put it in the notches, right? When you look through the side airflow, you see that it's got the airflow is like hitting the coil directly. Then I thought to myself, well, it's not very good. It was gurgly. It wasn't being good. Performing was terrible. So I decided myself, basically, I'm going to lift this thing right the way up. And I did exactly what you said. I cleared those holes. I lifted it so far up that you can see directly through the deck, through the airflow holes. And since then, this thing's been performing like a champ.
Yeah, I've reviewed it, mate. I first couple of days, I was at Expo when Matt Cully gave it to me.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was having dry hits and stuff. And I was looking at the cotton, and it was wet, and it was proper. I was saying, why am I getting dry hits? So I just thought, well, let's try raising the coil. So I raised it right up and did the same again. You don't want the cotton too long, though. You don't want it sort of drapesing on the bottom of the base. And just wick it like a GTA with short legs, but enough to dam them out, basically.
Yeah.
And if you get it right, the fucking flavour and the draw on a single coil, it's a lovely draw. It's a good hit, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I love the thing. It's like I said, the only kind of like, it may be to do with the actual, maybe my device. I don't know if yours does exactly the same, but the only thing that I hate about it is that when you have the top cap on, the AFC ring is just, it's static. You can't even turn the damn thing. I literally have to just take the top of the actual device off.
Oh, really? No, what I do, I have to tighten it up, tight onto the mod, and then it'll work, because otherwise it starts doing undoing the glass instead.
No, what I have to do is, I'm just like showing you, I literally have to take the AFC ring off and then basically just position it and then put the top cap back on. I don't know whether it's this one. Yeah,
right.
It's just so tight.
Didn't have.
There's a few of them. There's a few devices that I've experienced that basically turning the AFC ring is just next to impossible.
Yeah, you do get it occasionally, but and then you hear someone else say that that's perfectly all right. It's like the Kelpie. I've got Vaping with Vic's Kelpie, which is an awesome.
It's fantastic.
My top fill, it's very loose. Look,
mine's honest.
Hey, is yours?
Yeah, mine's loose as well.
But other people have got ones that aren't. They've got the perfect amount of restrictions. So it seems to be different quality control in certain things.
If you watch this video back, you'll actually see that at some point I actually put I actually have the Kelpie at the one side, and the actual top caps like that. It's actually come off. I didn't even realize it. So
what is your guys' opinion?
I'm sorry, you've actually reviewed it, have you, Morg?
No, it's going to be one of my first things I review. To be honest, with you. I know it's late to the party and everything and all this, like, except for like.
Well, no, it's not that late, mate. It's only been out 2 weeks. It's just that others got out really quickly.
Yeah, of course.
But,
Sorry, what are you saying, Glover?
What's your guys' opinion on
Right.
twist off fill ports or like sliding like the Kelpie? What would you guys?
I prefer twist offs.
I prefer twist off.
Especially
I prefer twist off with kidney holes.
The Zeus one is perfect. Half a turn, quarter of a turn, and it stays on there. This is the best top cap I think I've owned on the Zeus X.
This one is probably just the same. This is a quarter turn, and
Bayonet
it's
fitting,
got a little keyway, so you just
yeah
put it on there. It'll drop down into the spot, and then it's just.
What's that? The Rebirth, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got that one yet, but it's a similar design. Geek Vape have been using it for a while, haven't they, in their Zeus series? I think so. That's another thing. See, they sort of had it first on their tab. Well, they probably didn't. I expect some German ones did, but they put it on there, and now everyone else thinks, "Oh yeah, I like that. We put that on mine." So it's just one of those things. It's a good invention, so you use it. It means that you've succeeded if people are copying it. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, yeah, but the only problem that I have with slide ones, right? You know, when you've got the kidney hole on the side, when you just turn it to one side, if you get a bottle like that one, like a big chubby bottle and stuff like that. Sometimes when you put the liquid in,
the tip gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets in the way. Yeah, that's the problem. Yep. That's why I prefer the kidney ones. That's why I prefer to take the top off.
I prefer taking the top off, especially with two big holes on either side as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Because you don't get the airlock as well, do you? Because if with one hole, some of them you squeeze too hard and it starts coming out again.
You liquid lock the thing. Yeah. You just get the air bubble and you got to like bust. Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Also, the only problem. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm sorry.
Carry on, man.
I'm just saying that basically the only other issue that I have with them with the slide thing, if you wreck the gasket on a slide one, you're screwed. If there's something that's got a gasket on it or something with the actual slide bit, if you then damage that bit, you've had it. Whereas if you've got a top cap bit, you can just replace the seal or whatever.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a lot to go wrong with the slide mechanism. Like over time, it might get even worse. It might be the case where you damn well breathe on the thing and it flops open, you know. Whereas if it's a screw, it's
good point.
Yeah,
I see
a much better seal.
Definitely.
I can understand.
A few people.
Sorry, Brian. Carry on, mate.
I saw a few people in chat. They said that they like the sliding because it's more convenient. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely easier when you're on the go to just go boom and fill it and then slide it back. And I agree, it definitely is more convenient. For me, I would rather just do the little extra step of taking it off to know once I put it back on that it's
tight.
I'll tell you what is a good one here,
bro. I don't
bro.
have to worry about it.
This one here, Ron, the Asmodeus tank. I think you have to twist it. It's like the smock one, basically. So it spins round, but it locks into place proper. That is not coming undone. So this is quite a good one. But it's still got the little gasket in there, like you were talking about, Morg.
Yeah. Have you seen the one with actually where you have to literally take the drip tip out? It's a child lock. What one was that again? There was a device where you literally had like a little.
Oh right, yeah, that was years ago, wasn't it?
No, just recently. There was a one recently. Yeah, there was a one recently where you literally have to take the drip tip off, otherwise it puts a little locker mechanism. You can't open the slide.
I don't think I own that one, mate. No.
Yeah,
I think I saw it on one of the Jay Hayes reviews, and I thought, what the hell is that? It's like a child lock thing. What the hell's that shit? But he reviews some really high end stuff, so it could have been one of them. I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
It is interesting though when you review these reviewers' tanks, because I'm thinking I was a little bit surprised that Vic went with the push fill like that. I thought he would have gone for a normal top fill, but there you go. His one it's got restrictions, so it isn't a problem. So, but the flavour you get on it, you can't beat it for a single call. This is my best one of the year. So he's done a bloody good job for flavour. So that's the main thing for me. So. It doesn't come undone when I'm vaping on it. It's only when I was in the car and it fell over and it knocked the top on the cup holder, and it just sort of came open. But like I say, you have different quality controls as well. It seems.
Sorry, it's actually the Smok TFV12 Prince sub-arm, the tank, the new one. It's got a patented locking mechanism, and you literally have to take the actual.
Oh right, yeah.
to actually to be able to open it. It's so weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Then that's like the Osmodus
Oh, hell
fingerprint
that, hell with
sensor.
that.
Yeah.
Hell with that.
It's good if you've got I just think it's a gimmick, isn't it? You just make sure you put them out of reach of children, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I mean, if that's your theory, then if it's at their disposal like that, they could vape it. So
Yeah.
what's the difference if they can't fill it?
Yeah, they could still break it as well, I expect, if it's got glass on it and cut
Yeah.
themselves. So
Yeah.
I think you just got to be a responsible parent if you've got children around. Put them out of reach. Matt Benson, I can't vape that 502 you gave me, MF. It makes me cough my lungs up.
Wow.
Why do you think I gave it to you, Matt? No.
Wow. 502. I'm surprised at that.
No, it's not an authentic. It's a knockoff one, a clone one. But
This is a good.
the authentic apparently is really good. But no, it is. You've got to get the airflow in the right place, though, haven't you? What's that? Is that the Jenner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where's the Jenna? I've been curious to find out about that because that obviously probably never get one in my life, but I've always wanted to know how good it is.
Yeah, can you show us the top cap and that, Ryan, please?
Inside of it, or just
Yeah.
It's got
Well-
them inserts, hasn't it? It's got them really interesting inserts.
Yeah, can you take
Yep.
it off and have a look at the Doman and that?
Yep.
Wismic Alabo, that's what it's called.
The Elabo. Yeah.
Alabo. All right.
Let me move my lighting real quick.
So how'd you get that one if you don't mind me asking? Because I mean I knew you had to be like a patron or something like that with them, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, this is the first one I got. I got this one because I was a patron. And
Oh,
then,
really?
No, I didn't rip the shit out of the Jenna, I don't think. Did I?
I got the second one because through J Money. Shout out to J Money.
Okay.
So I cleaned that one up. I have one sitting in the collection, and then this is the one I use. So that's the deck. It's a pretty simple deck.
Yeah.
Where
Where's the airflow coming?
The airflow comes
From
in
the side on the top cap there.
right through these little notches here.
Oh,
I'm out
right.
of
It comes
focus.
through them, does it?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll show you. Let me grab. I got some extra. Let me go grab the extra. Actually, do I have them right here? I got some extra inserts for the second one that I have, so I can show you one of the
Oh, you
inserts
got two of them.
outside
Wow.
of it.
Okay, right. The Labo was the first one you had to lift the drip tip to slide open. Right?
It was a Labo. Okay. Maybe it was that one then. Maybe it's that one that I saw him reviewing.
Cheers, Salford. Right,
you.
Curly Chew, thank you very much for tuning in, buddy. See you again very soon. Cheers, mate.
Just give me a second here.
Where's Goober? Have you fallen asleep, Goob?
No,
No.
I'm not.
Curly Chew's gone. See you later, Curly Chew. I'll say bye.
Curly Q.
Evening, Mr. Niven. How you doing, Stuart?
Stuart, what's going on?
You
Oh,
asshole.
joking.
You're a dick.
Yeah, he just wanted you to read it out live on YouTube. That's all.
You're son of a bitch.
That's what I mean. You got to watch it. You got to read them first before you
No.
say them. Sometimes.
I didn't do that. I've always wanted one, for Christ's sake. I was like, I've always wanted one, but I knew that I'd never be able to get one because of the how you get them and stuff, you know.
JP
Okay,
Vape
so-
reviews. Right. So, hi guys. What's the worst tank you had? We'll talk about that in a minute. Right.
Oof.
That-
Ooh, gonna be
that's the-
interesting.
That's the deck with a coil in it on the left, and then
Yeah.
that's empty. Hang on, let me manually focus this.
Yeah, that's the trouble, mate. That Logitech, they just doesn't like doing it unless you put your hand in front of it.
Yep. Okay, so that's what it looks like with a coil in it. If I can get it lined up, and then that's what it looks like with nothing in
Oh,
it.
I see. So it's, yeah, it's coming in through the actual. What, is it coming through the post?
It's postless, isn't it? That's the thing.
So-
yeah.
No, the actual airflow.
Oh, the
so
Apple.
Is it like the
it's got
reload
the-
or something?
The
Reload
it's
X?
much different.
So, can you
here
turn that
got-
cap the other way up so I can see inside, man?
Yep. So the airflow comes in through there,
Yeah.
and then that's a cap
Ah, yeah.
inside.
Yeah, it's like the reload.
Yeah.
Here are the inserts. There's two different styles that it comes with.
All
and you
right, it's
can
got
change them
inserts
out.
as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So what happens is the airflow comes in through the Cyclops hole,
Yeah.
right around here where
Yeah.
that notch is. See that notch?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It comes in there, and then it gets diverted over to
He likes making them
openings.
complicated, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it gets diverted over. It moves 90 degrees around the side of the cap and then drops down through that little slit there.
Yeah, and then comes.
So
does it come out underneath then or not? No.
If I put this on there, you can see the airflow is going to be coming in right there.
Yeah.
It's going to turn the corner. Oh, wrong way. It's going to turn the corner and then drop down through that hole right there.
Yeah.
And then your coil is going to be right here. So it's like a very low side airflow.
Yeah. So you're getting the bottom underside, yeah.
Yeah, and then this goes inside of your top cap to reduce the chamber size.
How easy is it to get the actual inserts out? It looks like it's going to be a bitch to get them out.
It's easy to get them out. It's a little more difficult to get them lined up and put in.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, so once they're in, they stay in position though, do they?
Yeah, they lock right in. I like the open one. This is the closed one. The open one, so this one's solid in the middle, so you won't have any spit back at all.
Oh, right.
The one I have in there is the center opening you can see.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get a little spit back. Once they're in, they're locked into place and they do not move at all.
What's the flavor like though?
With the open one, I mean, that's my in the top 2 for best single coil drippers for flavor I've had.
Really?
The other one that I put right there with it is the Reload S.
Yeah, I need to get hold of that one. That's another expensive one, though. Did you buy the Jenner when you're on Patreon, or did that just give you the opportunity to buy it? Did it? Or
yeah, I bought the first Jenner I got. I had purchased brand new when it came out. I'm actually thinking about re-reviewing it because I reviewed it when I didn't have any good cameras. So I think I'm gonna review it again with good quality.
Fair enough.
So I'll probably have another video out on the Jenna. And then this is actually the factory drip tip that comes on it. It's got that little top hat.
It's got all my pet hates in one, that has. I'll tell you. Proprietary drip tip. It's got inserts in it. But then again, if it gives awesome flavour, then it's all right.
It's not proprietary. It's an 810.
So it's 810? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got an 810 on this.
I thought it looked like the Flav one of those bloody...
No, it's just a little...
Does it overlap?
To have a little top cap.
Oh, I see. Right, fair enough.
So it's just
it's almost like a beauty ring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's to like keep the heat off of your lips, but with the inserts, this thing does not get hot.
No, single cord out, you don't get hot anyway, do you? Really?
Not really. No.
Right, John. Sorry, carry on, mate.
I was just gonna say that the second one was from J Money, so shout out to him. I appreciate him a lot.
Big love, Jordan. Right, John Deeren. Hi guys, how you doing, John? Here we are again, 90 watching, only 55 likes. Hit that like button on the way, people. Thank you very much, John. Yeah. There's probably more dislikes than to be honest, mate, but there you go.
Ryan.
Yeah.
You know when you were talking about the drop dead and stuff like that? Yeah. I've always loved the actual original drop. Just the original one. What are your thoughts on that one?
So between the Dead Rabbit, the Drop, and the Drop Dead, my personal favorite is definitely the Drop Dead. After the Drop Dead, I like the Drop, and I'm not really a fan of the Dead Rabbit whatsoever. I think the Drop is a good RDA. I just personally like the airflow off the Drop Dead.
Oh yeah, I think it's 10 times better. I bought the Drop and I was a little bit disappointed, but I love the Drop Dead.
I've got the Drop Solo as well. I haven't even tried that yet.
I heard that's a good one. That's one that
it's supposed to be really good.
I'll tell you what, that is good though, Ryan. Have you ever had the Mjolnir or whatever it's called? That one by Anthony Vapes and Cthulhu Mods. See, I only got this the other day. But single coiler, it really is a good flavour. I'll try and take the top cap off. But it's quite a tall one, but it's got a massive juice well in it. And let's put it on a mod.
I always get a bit iffy with things that got like massive juice well, because you know for a fact that you're accidentally going to like tip it over and stuff like that, and it's just going to piss everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the only problem with it.
Yeah, but if
Jim-
you look at this though, man, it's I'll probably piss all over my laptop. It's,
wow.
You've got basically the cotton's the only place where it's going to come out anyway. Well, you've got the airflow there,
You
which
see
is quite
that? You
high
see,
up.
that's good. That's good. That's almost like an RDTA in some
Yeah,
respect.
it is. You
Yeah.
can fucking blur the juice in here. I want to
Yeah,
try it in squonking, but I haven't
yeah.
done yet. Because I'm getting a
Yeah,
bit,
that's tall.
but it's got a nice domed top cap, but the draw on it reminded me a little bit of the Elevate RTA, in fact. So do you know what I mean? This has got some really rave reviews. If you look on these vape groups on Facebook and stuff like that, a lot of people like it, and I can understand why. Because
I'm absolutely dying to try that on the reload. You know,
Look at-
the little one.
the airflow control as well. Sorry, Morgan, come to that in a
No
minute.
problem.
It just spins really nicely, locks into place, and then it locks as well, and you take it off the mod. So it's a very good design. It just looks a bit crap.
Yeah.
What were you saying then, man, about the reload?
I'm just saying. No. I'm on about the that clone of the Haku Phenom. I'm actually dying to try that on the on a top
Squonker.
side. Squonker. I'm dying to try that on a squonk mode.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, mate. I've got so many of those little
Yeah.
type ones, and they're all fucking good flavour as well.
I know. It's the flavor of that thing's amazing. I mean, obviously you had to be careful because it's got a squonk pin in, but I still had to
Yeah,
go on it. You know?
you've got to be a little bit careful when you're squonking
Yeah,
on that.
of course.
I'll get the Vena for you, mate, because that's even smaller than that.
Really? I saw those ones that were like, it was like tiny. There was one that was like, it was almost just as tall as the coil. It was like, Jesus, look at the micro, you know?
I've become more of a fan of I've been a fan of single coil RDAs and tanks, but I'm starting to get more into 22s and like really small drippers.
Honest, I love my 22, right? I've got my favorite RDA. Personally, this is my personal opinion. One of my favorite RDAs of all time is the H Cigar Maze 1.0, because that thing for a dual, it's so tiny. It's so tiny, but it's the flavor of it's intense. It's so good. It's only got like a velocity style deck because it's a really old design now. But I was lucky enough to get one of the original ones because one of the original ones had the engraving on the outside of it. And I just think it's so pretty. It's such a pretty RDA.
Yeah, it is a load of my single core. Most of these are clones, to be honest, but SXK, fucking awesome.
SSK ones, they're great, yeah.
Right, we've got the Le Concord. This is an awesome one for flavour, this one. It's they're nice as well, really well built. But, you know, these sort of ones cost about 150 quid.
Yeah, I know.
We've got Skyfall here, Copper Vape. Awesome flavour again, because they're condensed little atties. It is the Vena. Look how short that one. It's like the Derringer. Do you remember that?
Is that an authentic?
No, this is SXK.
Do
I
you
don't
like
buy
that?
authentics, mate, unless they're under £30 because I'm a tight ass. No, I can't afford it, mate. I've got a family to support and everything. I can't afford to spend. And to be honest, mate, you're getting good quality. There's the Flav RTA, which is an RDTA, but a small one that squonks as well. This is fucking awesome flavour. This one is, but they're all really good. It's a shame, really, because YouTube don't let you review them anymore because they're styled.
Are you serious? They don't let you do it anymore?
Well, you can,
No,
but you
you'll
risk.
get a channel hit.
You risk
Wow.
it. That's what happened. You get strikes and stuff like that. So.
Wow, because you're promoting blooming.
Well, it's bullshit. There's nothing wrong with it. It's available to be bought. It's I think it's.
Well,
Be right back.
when I got original, this is going way back when I started vaping. My first idea was it was a Goon. It was a Goon 1.0, right?
Yeah.
I got a Goon 1.0, but it was a clone, right?
Yeah.
And I contacted the person. I was just curious about it. I just did some research on it, and the actual one-to-one clone of the Goon was actually made on the same line as the real Goons.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
The SXK 1.5 is better quality because I know people that have got them both.
Right.
And quite often
they're
made in the same factory as well.
Yeah.
The kind break.
I know it just doesn't even make sense.
But what was I going to say at that point about? No, if anything, though, you saying it's promoting the real one. So that's putting it out there. So,
Oh well, yeah, true.
and a lot of people, because I used to get a lot of views on these clones, and a lot of people used to buy both, and they would say they'd buy it, try before you buy, get the clone. If they like the draw on it, they'll get the authentic. So the real manufacturers actually making, because some people might not buy the more expensive one anyway, because it's out of their price range. So it just gives the opportunity to people who haven't got much money to try out decent quality Atties. And like I say, the people that have got the money, I know at least one or two used to say they used to buy the clone and then go and buy the original. So I think it's a win-win for the company, really. So I don't see what the issue is, but it's a big debate, and we could. What do you think on them, Ryan?
I agree with you. My point of view on it is, I don't know how each individual clone is going to be made for quality, so I would never recommend somebody to buy a clone, because I don't want them to get a shitty one and then something happened and I had recommended it.
Yeah, like the peak insulators and stuff like that.
Yeah, and for myself, I personally don't buy clones, and that's nothing against them, but I definitely don't shame anybody that buys clones, because at the end of the day, you're vaping, and we're all in the same community doing the same shit. So it's like, if somebody wants to buy a clone, it's like the same thing as somebody wanting to vape mouth to lung.
Yeah. I think
what they want to do.
It's when they buy clones of something that's £25 originally, though. Like the Drop Dead or something.
That's what gets me. When you when you see people buying clones of something that's like £5 less, it's the real deal one.
Yeah,
that's what I have a problem with. It's like, why would you do that? But if I'm sort of like, but if I've got that, I mean, if I've got that little thing there, the one that you gave me, and I can't afford with my budget, I can't afford to go $150 on that. I can't afford to spend it.
And it's up to the individual. Like Ryan says, he doesn't buy them. It's fair enough. I know people I speak with, they appreciate my reviews. You wouldn't believe the amount of comments you get with people who say, I can't afford the authentic, and I love watching your review, and they're prepared to take the risk. Admittedly, some of them are shit quality. I haven't got it here. The Reload.
Well, that's why the company that you actually mentioned, I've actually had them before.
SXK are absolutely awesome, mate. There hasn't been
like one-to-ones.
There hasn't been any. The quality of it, the machine is really good. So
even the screws and stuff and the scooters, they've all been fantastic.
I'll tell you one thing though. Do you remember the Reload, which isn't made in the USA? It might be designed there. It's made in the same factory as Kindbright. The clones that came out, the RTA.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was made in the same factory as the clones. Anyway,
I actually have one of them. I actually got a Reload clone.
I've heard from a few people that all of Reload stuff is made by Reload.
Yeah, but it's made in China still, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all made in China. Reload is Chinese.
The only thing I'm thinking is maybe the quality of the stainless steel is probably a better grade on the authentic. It might be, but like I say, some of these clones, man, I've had this 2 years. We've got no rust or anything, which you wouldn't expect from stainless steel, would you?
Yeah.
But they seem to be holding up very well, the ones that I've got. But yeah, it's a fair enough point. And some people like to just support the authentic manufacturers. Especially if they're a smaller company, it's just helping them out, isn't it? But I don't see any real problem, because most people who buy them would never be able to afford to buy the authentic anyway.
I can't.
I can't see that that's a real issue, but I can see both sides of the story.
Yes,
and you could debate this all night, couldn't you? Because
pretty much, yeah.
Everyone's going to have their own opinion on it.
You could also say that basically by buying a clone, you're taking away the money from the original creators and stuff like that, etc.
Yeah, but you're not. If they fucking no,
I know that, but yeah, be said, yeah.
You're not though, because I wouldn't go and buy. I'm not going to go out and spend £200 on a Skyfall. I think they're taking the piss by charging that amount of money for an RD8 when you can buy a perfectly good £20 one. Like the Shogun, I haven't got it here, but I got it for £20. It was £40 originally, but it's the same materials, stainless steel and that. But because that's what I'm saying, and you saying that all these cheaper tanks, then these £20 tanks, like the Ocular, that's only £25.
Yeah,
that's going to be made by probably the same materials as this clone, really, because there isn't that much difference in price. So it's not going to be that much worse than one of these high-end ones, surely. If stainless steel isn't that expensive, so as long as you're using a pretty good grade anyway. I think the Zeus X, it's built brilliantly, 25 quid again. So, do you know what I mean? I just think they're overpriced, to be honest, and it's all about image. And people like to say, "I've bought this," and it makes them feel good, which is fair enough. If you've got the money to be able to afford it, a lot of us haven't, though. So,
the only thing I would like to see different about styled or cloned products is
taking the branding off.
Exactly.
Perhaps, yes. I can't see that. I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put Purge's name on the product.
Yeah.
And I think it would be... I don't think it would be as shamed upon in this community if that wasn't part of it.
I must admit, I always say that as well, Brian. I seriously do. But this K-Fun one here, we've got absolutely no branding on it whatsoever, which I loved. I think Nature Vape does sell them as well. You've got nothing on the bottom. And there you go. He's called it an Ed Zachary as well. The Ed Zachary light. A bit of a humour there, but I totally agree, though. Take the branding off, because that is taking the piss then, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit. Especially like, what's this Skyfall? Yeah, it says it on the bottom of it. So why don't they just call it something else? But that's why they're doing it there. They want the name on there, though, don't they? That's the trouble. That is wrong. They want it on there because they're trying to con people into...
Yep.
Because then you can show it off and say you've got an authentic if you're like that. Not that I would ever say that.
And there are probably people that don't know any better that might think they're getting authentic products.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On this passing them off, you mean? Yeah.
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 Yeah. What's Stuart saying here?
I've noticed that.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think you should be very, very clear that if it is a styled or a clone version, that you make people aware of it. You shouldn't be deceptive. That's wrong.
Oh yeah.
Completely wrong.
I have the authentic Skyline and Skyfall, and you can get as good a vape from a sub £30 RTA RDA, although the quality of the ESG products is far superior. There you go. But it's still pretty good though on the copper vape one. But like you say, unless you've got them both side by side, you can't really make the comparison. But the vape, you're still going to get a vape. You're still going to get your nicotine hit if you want that, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day, isn't it? If someone's only got $10, and they buy one off Fastec, and it stops them smoking cigarettes, then I'm all for that.
I agree with that. That's why I'll never shame anybody.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Because if I came into some money, like one day, say I started earning 50, 100 grand a year, I might start not buying them so much. But I like it though. I like buying them, and I used to like reviewing them because. You just get a buzz out if you got a really good quality one and it's really good, and it's nice to show people that you can get this for this amount of money.
Yep.
And it's still getting a decent vape. I like value for money. That's me. I don't like wasting it. I'm a tight ass, like I always say.
It's true. I mean, if you are vaping on a budget and stuff like that, but you do want to have something that gives you like the same taste and performance, if you will, to how the original one was made and everything. Sure, you mightn't have the quality and stuff like that. You mightn't have the materials that the other one perhaps had, the superior stuff, but at least you can experience it. At least you can say you've experienced it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's just nice trying out different things. Anyway, it's nice to compare them. I need to get hold of something. I want to get an authentic K-Fun because I don't mind. If it's under £100, I'd probably do it like as a treat, special treat. I wouldn't mind getting the K-Fun Prime and doing a comparison to my SXK one, just to see like if I can notice the difference.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Right, beautiful people. I've gone and drank that one too many. So I'm going to go and lay down. Night all. Cheers, Irish. Nice to see you, as always, buddy.
Cheers, Irish. Have a good night. No, there's a comparison one I'm thinking about doing, but I'm going to message the owner of it and see if he has an issue with me doing a comparison.
Yeah.
Between
the only trouble is, Goob, if you're doing it on YouTube, they still might strike it, though, mightn't they?
Oh, no, it'll be on VapeTube.
No, right, yeah.
Put it on. H-Bomb Vapor, how you doing?
What's up, H-Bomb? How you doing, mate?
I haven't gotten to VapeTube yet.
Yeah, It's a good idea, although I have a few problems with me. I'm probably not the best person to talk to. I've had so many uploading issues. I had another one the other day, and I tend to
I
do
haven't
it.
had any.
Yeah, that's what everyone else says. So I think I'm just cursed. But I've had so many problems. I uploaded one the other night, and it was late after I'd done my YouTube one. I put it on the Vape Tube, and it was late, and it didn't work. It kept saying conversion in progress, and eventually I went to play it, and it just went on to the next person's video, a completely different reviewer. So I
Really?
emailed them, and in the morning they said, I basically got a bit shitty because I was saying this is happening to me a lot, and it's going to put people off uploading if it keeps happening. And but they're saying it's not everyone that's having it, so it's probably just me, the fall by luck. It's really. I said to them, until you sort it out, I'm not going to upload anymore because the amount of time I've wasted waiting half an hour for it to upload, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm hoping they can sort out the platform, but obviously they haven't got as much money invested in it as YouTube.
No, they're
By a
getting
long
there
shot.
though. Sure as hell getting there though.
There they are, and it will get there. But it's just for me. It's been more than often than not. Every time I upload, it fucking doesn't work properly. So when you've got limited time, I work all day. I have to do my editing in the evening, upload at 11, 12 o'clock at night. It's not very nice when you go to bed thinking I just wasted another half an hour trying to upload and it didn't go up.
Yeah.
But it's worth trying
that'd
out
be
though, Ryan, because you'll probably have. If Goobs has got no issues, he's in America and doing it. You're in America. Check it out.
I have noticed after I upload, it does do a conversion process.
Oh yeah, it does that, but it didn't actually finish, Scoob. It should take a minute or two to do afterwards, shouldn't it? 5 minutes.
I don't know. I think it may be how many people are trying to upload at once, maybe.
Well, it might be that, but that's the thing because they're obviously not as big as.
Yep.
They're not as big as
Yeah,
YouTube.
I've been seriously wanting to get over there and make an account just as a backup in case something happens with YouTube, because I don't want to lose all my videos and then not have anything up there if we're forced to switch one day.
Exactly, and if everyone, even the vapors, realise you can't watch on YouTube, they're going to need to go to somewhere else. So I'm not slating it. I'm just saying I've had a lot of problems from it. And it seems like it's not everyone that's having the problems. And I think, why is it just me? Is it something I'm doing? I don't know. But
I genuinely can see YouTube at some point trying to ban the reviews.
Yeah.
Flat Cap's there. I upload to VapeTube and it shows MF Vape videos, not mine. But that's what I mean. I've had it the other way round where it shows. But it is very frustrating when you've spent a long time doing it and then it does that. And then they say, oh, yeah, we've told the developers and that. But why is it that it's only happening with some people and not the others? Don't know.
Maybe it is a geographical location since you're closer to the servers than we are.
Yeah, it might be something like that, good. But it is frustrating because it is an awesome platform. It's all there. They've invested a lot of money for it, and it's a good idea because the way YouTube's going, it could happen that we will get struck off.
That's what I'm saying. With things that are going on with the FDA and stuff like that, the next thing they'll be doing is attacking things like review and as a way of promoting things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the problem that I think the industry has, and I think a lot of the problems that reviewers face is that they've got nowhere to go, and it's just
promoting inverted commas there, mate. Because we are all independent reviewers. We are.
I understand what you're saying though, but by promoting, I mean that we're actually.
I know we are. We're promoting vaping basically because we're doing the videos. I'm just taking the piss, man.
I know you are.
But no, I don't like it when people say that because a lot of people think that all of us reviewers are just promoting and getting paid for doing it.
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, this is a hobby to me.
Absolutely.
I've blew tons of money on this, not made money.
Oh yeah, I've done a few £1,000. I've only begun 18 months. I spent a good 4K in the first year on buying shit because I didn't get given anything, which didn't worry me though because I, like you say, Ryan, I enjoy doing it. That's the difference. I enjoy editing. I enjoy recording. I don't always enjoy it when I'm knackered and that, but I do once I get stuck into it. It's therapeutic doing the editing and then uploading it. And it's quite rewarding, isn't it? Getting it all up there.
Very therapeutic for me, for sure.
It is, and it's great, isn't it?
And I see where MF's coming from, especially like with me who gets off just after midnight, come home and it's like, ugh. Now I got to record. It kind of leaves very little time to relax at times.
Yeah, if you want to do this properly, it doesn't. You don't get a lot of downtime, do you, Goob? You basically, yeah, it's full on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's why I'm trying to do more of like a bunch at once.
Yeah.
Just spend a day editing, load them, so
I think a lot of
you
people
have
do
a
that.
few weeks.
Yeah, you can
to
schedule them as
wind
well.
down.
Schedule
Goob.
them. Yeah, you can.
So you can
schedule
put
them
them to the next day or 2 days later, which is bloody awesome. That is, because then you can do it all like you say in one day, upload them, and then they just go out, so they're not all there in one go. Because
Yeah.
you don't necessarily want to do that, do you? Because people, it's nice to get people just watching one video first and then the other. But it is good what you can do on YouTube. It's just crap that the way they don't like vapors or reviewers really, because it's an American company at the end of the day, isn't it?
Eventually, like Morg was saying, I think we will get forced out of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vape Man, I'm promotion side of things and I'm still out of pocket. Yeah, it's hard to make a lot of money out of it, isn't it? Even for the people that do make money selling their own tanks or whatever. It's not everyone who's going to be making it unless you've got hundreds of thousands of viewers, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
VapeTube doesn't always let me upload, and today I got an email that it wouldn't let a guy comment on a vid. That's Salford. Flatcap literally just uploaded to VapeTube and it's brought up a Pudpuss vid. Yeah, but I hope you're reporting this back to them, Flatcap, because I always email them every time, just so they can send it off to the developers so they can sort out what's going on. Because, like I say, I'm not trying to slate them. I just want them to get it right, because then it would be much better if you know that because otherwise, Ryan, you're putting it over there, but you haven't really got it as a backup. If it isn't doing it properly, that's why you've got to make sure you tell them every time anything goes wrong, so they can sort it out.
Yeah, one thing that I've heard over there, and I got to give them props for this, is they take the feedback from what I hear, and they work on it.
Oh yeah, they do, mate. They're working around the clock. Like I say, their budget isn't huge themselves, so like I say, I'm not trying to slate them. It's just very frustrating when you don't get a lot of time to do it yourself. If it was my main job, and I had a bit more free time, it wouldn't annoy me so much. But when I'm trying to fit it into the working day, it's just a little bit frustrating. They'll get there eventually, though.
Quick question to everybody, if that's okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What, in your
Andy.
guys' opinion, is going to be the next big thing? Because we've had things like we saw the trend with doing pod systems. We saw the trend with now doing things like RTAs with single coils and everything. What do you think the next big thing is going to be that it's going to explode?
So, I think mesh. For me, it comes down to two things. 21700s blew up the mech game, so we had tons of mechs coming out with 21700s. We had tons of squonkers blow up. I think the squonkers are going to keep going. But the next big thing, really, that I see coming would be more innovative chipsets and regulated mods. Like how the Minikin V3 has the fingerprint thing. I think that's the very beginning of the next generation of chipsets we're going to see in mods. And that's only speaking on if, at least here in the US, if the FDA doesn't come shutting shit down over here.
I thought that thing that they had when they put them, the little chipset that you can put inside of a mech mod and stuff like that. I thought that was quite clever. Yeah, the MOSFET. I thought that was quite clever.
Yeah, this Stratum, I know it's not authentic, but I've got it anyway. This has got a little MOSFET in it, 3 clicks, a little side fire. I saw the authentic actually. Pal 702 just reviewed it, hasn't it? Because he does get all the authentics in. But this one works just much the same. 3 clicks on, 3 clicks off, so you got a little bit of safety. You can put 21700s in it as well, and you get a different bottom cap and a different top cap for the beauty ring. You can put 22 on there or 24. So this sort of thing I think is awesome. especially for mouth to lung vaping. It's not very good for direct to lung. I put a low ohm build in there and it didn't hit very well, to be honest. But I think it's more designed for your mouth to lung.
Yep.
But yeah,
What about yourself, Brian Nathan?
me or
No, Ryan.
What was I? What?
I'm just saying you didn't answer because I can't see the pictures going up. Was it Goob or was it you answered? I can't remember. Oh, God.
the Squonk is running MOSFET and my smaller box mod. All right,
Wow.
nice one, Vape Man. Yeah, we were asked. You asked us all what we thought
Yeah,
would be
that's right.
next
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. So what I think we're gonna see next is more higher tech chipsets in regulated mods. That would be my guess.
Yeah, because we did go down the touchscreen route, didn't we? A lot. But you remember the Smock
I
ones?
hated them. I hated touchscreens. They were so terrible because every single time that you just you got some like VG on your thumb or something, or you just try to do it, it didn't work, and oh God.
This is touchscreen though, the Dominican V3, but it is working better now because I've got the Colossal and the EOS 2, the Stabwood one by Ultron. Now that one works pretty well as well, but I still prefer buttons. Up and down buttons are a lot easier than having to swipe down and then touch the wattage and then go up and down.
Yeah.
But then again, it looks sleek though because you haven't got the buttons on it. You've got the recessed fingerprint sensor one.
Mm-hmm.
So
how's it feel in the hand?
I like it. It's better for left-handed, obviously.
Yeah.
And right-handed though, it's all right because you know where the carbon bit is. I tend to hold it like that and thumb fire it from the side. Right, so it's not unnatural. Yeah. It's just a little bit strange because you would think the thumb fire would be there for the right-hander, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. So like that, but it's not. It's on the side, so it takes a little bit getting used to. But it feels nice in the hand. It's got a nice the paintwork. It's sort of rubberized feel. So it's nice nice and grippy. You got a nice little bit of weight to it as well. So I really like this mod. I really do. I think it's a good price as well. If it's only it's 90 quid for the kit, but that's from the actual Asmodus. You're probably going to be able to pick them up cheaper than that in the actual stores, aren't you? And that's with the tank. This isn't the tank. This is the diesel. But you can take 20 quid off that, couldn't you? I reckon it'd be about 60 quid maybe.
Probably,
So that's not a bad price for an Asmodus mod, is it? With a decent chipset, it hits really well.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
What about you, Goob? What do you think of innovation? What's going to be coming up, do you reckon?
I can't remember what the name of it was, but where you can dial in the nicotine.
Oh yeah, the Enovap,
really?
Wasn't it? Yeah, Enovap.
I would think something like that might be the next.
Wow.
Are you not seen that one, Morg?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
no.
It's called Enovap. They were at Expo as well, but there has been a few reviews out for them. Okay. So you can sort. I think it's got has it got 2 bottles in it, Goob? Like an 18mm on one side and a 3 on the other, and then you can sort of select. So. You can select your nicotine by using the chip or whatever. You put 8mm in there or whatever, 8 milligram. And then it regulates it by putting enough of each juice. But I think you have to obviously tell it what you've got in there first, obviously. But it's quite clever, and apparently it works as well.
Sounds quite clever.
Yeah, it's clever. For me, it's a bit of a gimmick again, but you don't know. It might come in useful at some point. But
I think something like that might be the next big thing to come out.
Yeah. You had that V thing, wasn't it? It was the dual flavor squonker, or the dual bottle. You got that?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it, but I kind of like it. The M thing.
Yeah.
Dual squonker. I like it. There's times that I'll have one juice and another juice.
That thing.
Mix them together, and it actually comes out pretty good so far for me, at least.
Yeah, because you could do something like you could have like a fruity one or something, but if you want a bit of menthol hit or something, you want a bit of you put like a menthol thing on the other one. That'd be cool.
I like it, but there's others that don't like it.
Do you think it's a bit bulky though?
Yeah, a little bit, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Like if they came out with like maybe a dual 18650 version of it, I think it'd be a little bit better because I go through a battery way too fast on this thing.
Yeah.
Pav G, I'll just read out his little comment. He said, what did he say? I have
Works
all,
well with fruits in one tank and a menthol, so you can add menthol.
he said 3K by next weekend, Mike, question mark. We'll have a little celebration on the show. I'd be loving it if we could, but I doubt it'd be by next weekend. But if anyone's watching this and they haven't subbed to me, why
say
not?
never.
It's on my
Never
channel.
say never.
But yeah, so I'm getting very close to it at the moment, so hopefully we'll get there soon.
I'm
Big
just
love to everyone out there who has subscribed.
I'm just ecstatic that I've gained 6 subs. It's like, yes.
I've got a sub to you yet. Can you put a comment in there so I can go to your channel?
Absolutely.
And everyone, if you could please sub to Rebuildable Ryan. I can't even fucking say it. Rebuildable Ryan. And I'm sober as a judge as well. Rebuildable Ryan and Morg, Justmorg. What are you called on there?
The long road home.
Long road. Well, that's bloody confusing, isn't it?
Sure.
I know it is. Look, listen. I've been debating about what to do with it. I don't know.
Just
I don't know
call yourself Justmorg, man.
I know, man.
He's
That's what it's originally called, though. You know.
Yeah, I
He's at 131 so far.
31 right now.
Yeah. Anybody who has subbed to me during this show, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Bloody hell,
Anybody.
132 you're on now.
Ooh.
What, were you on 6 beforehand then?
Sorry?
How many were you on before the show?
Holy shit! I had 125 before the show. I've got 134 now.
All right, I didn't even realise you had a channel, Morg.
Yeah. I've had that for.
Thank you to everybody who subbed to me.
Yeah, anybody who has subbed to me, thank you. From my last video, which is the Rebirth RTA forward, you can expect
Quality.
4K filmed quality, and just moving forward as much as I can. So thank you guys for the support.
I look forward to my phone buffering your streams, your things. I look forward to that.
Thank you very much, everyone who is watching tonight and has sub to everyone on it.
Same. Thank you very much.
Very much appreciated, and we do appreciate you watching. We're going to be wrapping it up very soon, in about 10 minutes or so. But so, if anyone else got any questions in chat, maybe give to us. We try and answer them quickly. I have to get it all packed up again, so I don't want to go past 12 o'clock. But yeah, another 10 minutes or so, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
It's actually flown by, actually, isn't it?
It has.
It's nearly 3 hours, man.
Because I was when I was doing the one with Kieran and stuff like that, I was like, oh, it's an hour and a half, and I've got to go for another 3 hours. Oh my god! But now it's just like, holy shit, it's like 10 to 12 already. You know.
I'll be honest.
Leading
up to this show, I was like, oh my god, 3 hours. It's gonna be a long show. And then I looked, and we were 2 hours in, and I was like, holy shit, this is flying by.
That's why I tend to have it at 3, because what was happening was
Batman. Batman, how's it going?
It's Batman in. What's up, Batman? How you doing, mate?
What's up, Batman?
Why are you so sexy? I don't know, Jordan. Only in your eyes, brother. But I can't remember what we were saying now.
Go brain fart, Mike.
Brain fart.
Yeah, it was a fucking brain. I loved your video the other day, Goob. Anyway, the vape man's going off. See you later, dude. Thanks for popping in, and great to meet you the other day at Expo, mate. Yeah, brain fart. Your video. What was it on the? Fucking hell, I can't even remember it. I've got a brain fart myself.
The last one.
No, that hardware one where you started cursing and going, "Oh, fucking."
Oh, the goat.
Yeah, the goat. Everyone, check out Goober's goat video.
Thank you, IBC. Appreciate it.
It was quality viewing, mate, and he just left it in there as well, which I big props. He doesn't need to do a bloopers video because it's all in there anyway. But he's an awesome dude.
I usually take him out, but that one I was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
No, I thought it was great, mate.
Yeah, put nice one the other day as well. I was talking to him on Zoom and everything, and apparently when he was recording a video, his missus actually came in and stuff like that, and was trying to do a parody of the thing of like, you know, who's forgot to flush the toilet sort of thing, and she thought he would cut it out, but he left it in. It's the funniest thing ever.
He is funny. He's a naturally funny bloke, isn't he?
So funny.
Yeah, I do like Pud. Met him at Expo as well.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I haven't seen him in chat tonight though, but he works.
No, he was here.
He was here. No,
was
I saw
him?
Yeah, I saw him. Yep.
Oh shit, I
Definitely
missed it.
Bud was here.
Yeah, definitely saw him.
See you later, mate, man. Nice one, bud.
Later, Batman.
If there's anyone in chat who has been saying things and I've been missing them, I do apologise because I haven't got a very big chat window open. And when we're talking all together, it's so easy to miss the comments. But I am apologising to you all, and I do appreciate your
Buckfast
interacting.
Sponsored by Buckfast.
Yeah, fucking hell,
Oh,
yeah.
Bucky.
I don't want that ever again. I had some of that last week.
Oh, have you tried it? It's rank. I'm sorry.
I
it's
think
just-
no, it tastes good. That's the trouble. It tastes too good, I thought.
Nah, I thought it was all right. I'm not really that type of. That's not my thing, you know. But
No,
I was
it's not my
kinda-
thing anymore.
I was kind of put off with it because you know when you come to Scotland, it's like, oh, Buckfast. Oh, you see, you got the bottle of Bucky and stuff. It's like, I don't want to touch it. It's like I don't want to touch it.
Right,
Just-
Webley Family Vlogs is saying me laugh out loud. That's what I mean. But you'll have to appreciate this, guys. When we're all talking, we've got 4 or 5 of us talking, and I'm talking to them as well at the same time. You are going to miss some of the comments. And I do apologise, Webley, whatever you did ask me earlier. Say it again now, mate, and we'll try and answer it for you. That Asmodus Minigun 3S. The tank can also use the Smock Baby Beast calls. Well, fuck that. Those Smock calls aren't as good. The Watofo Flow did that as well, but the Flow calls were better. So this tank, though, is not bad, actually. The Asmodus one that comes with it. I prefer RTAs, but I've taken it off tonight. But it's a good little tank. All good, no problems, Webley.
7? Holy shit.
I hope it's all right, mate. Goober Vapes is 7 away from 300 subs. Just saying.
Wow.
Oh, I got
Let's see
a
if we
couple
can-
more then, because I was 9 away. Thank you for whoever went and did that.
John, I would like to see battery innovation, but I'm not going to hold my breath. There's a truly auto squonking mod being developed right now that looks promising. That's a true wickless coil. Well,
yeah,
there
I
has
saw
been
something like that.
Wickless coil. Wow. Imagine.
Well, they've had them, haven't they? The fucking Usoni Sig. I've got one over there. It uses the ultrasonic plate.
Does
And
that
the
actually work though?
it does, but it's like breathing fresh air.
Oh, I like that punch.
You can't adjust the airflow. If you could, it'd be all right. I was actually getting a hit off it, but it's so cool, the vape, because it's not heating it up.
Yeah.
But that auto squonk you're on about, it's by SX Mini. Is it SX Mini? That's the company, isn't it?
Had it on.
It was at Expo at the weekend. I didn't actually see it, but Vic, I don't know if he got given one or he tried the prototype, but I definitely remember someone talking about it. Yeah, someone had a go and they got a dry hit though, which I thought was sort of defeating the object.
I was about to say that. Somebody gets a dry hit and then that shit's back to the drawing board.
Yeah, because it's supposed to like have an auto sensor to see whether it's dry, like temperature control. That's what that was supposed to be for, really, wasn't it? So when the cotton, you know.
It's either that or you'll just leave it lying there. You'll be doing a video or something like that, and you'll have it lying there, and it'll fail and it'll start pissing liquid everywhere.
Yeah, something like that. Tom Radio Exact International, thanks for coming in, mate. I'm going to sleep.
Later, Tom.
Yeah, see you later, buddy. Thanks for popping
popping
in, mate. It was Lisa's fault. What was Lisa's fault? She kept topping me up.
Think?
Oh,
What do you? Paul Tucker has a question here. What do you guys think that can be done about the limitations on flavor aspects, like sourness and natural tasting flavors? I'm not too sure.
limitations.
I guess what he's probably meaning is the fact that the concentrates that people are using is not much of a natural tasting flavor, but
I don't know. I do all DIY and I get a nice flavour from mine.
right.
I've got a lime, blackcurrant, and raspberry mixed together. I don't put as much lime in as the other two, but
Which
I get
concentrates do you use though to make asking?
Sorry, mate. I'm using Dark Star.
Dark Star ones.
Yeah, but they do TF. What's it called? TFA Flavor West. They do, and
West, yeah.
in Nerwa, I think I tried. That's bloody nice. Their ones are. They're a little bit more expensive, but yeah, I think the ones I have are really good natural flavors from Dark Star as well.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Right, I'm off too. Flat Cap, great to see more on, and good to see a fresh face. Yeah, Exactly. I'll check your vids out, Rebuildable Ryan. Great show, Mike. Thanks, bub. I'd love to jump in next week. Excellent, Flat Cap. We'll be in touch during the week then, mate. See you later, mate.
Thanks, Flat Cap. That was my that was what I was very happy about coming. This being my first UK show is expanding my horizons to the UK because, like I said before, I enjoy the, I don't know, I guess I'll call it culture in the UK vape community. Not saying anything against the US community. It's just there's two different sides.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
and
different characters and all sorts as well. You get, don't you?
yeah, yep.
Like for me, it's the other way around. I have more UK following than I do US.
Yeah, you were saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a adopted UK citizen now, Goober, that lives in America. We love Goober. That's right. Me and you started at the same time, and I love it that we're still in contact. We're doing a show together. I really love it. Do you know what I mean? I've a big respect for you, man.
UK scene. They're very helpful. I mean, I'd like to see that more in the US, but I don't know.
Yeah, the US, like I said, is a little more cutthroat.
Saint, we love you.
Who's going now? Dave's gone, is he? All right, Salford. See you later, mate. God, the chat's going too fast for me to. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
What?
Better off
Mr.
drinking tenants.
Saint, I love it. Okay.
Yeah, I have the other way round. Rebuildable. That's your first name, mate. Ryan. Like I said, I don't get a lot of time to watch American live shows because they're always on when I'm in bed, unfortunately. But I do watch the occasional ones. So, like, I do watch the Vape Team occasionally. I've seen Not Another Vape Show, and there's smaller ones as well, smaller reviewers. But they're always on when I'm in bed, so I miss out the likes of your show, for example. What time do you do yours normally?
Mine's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, so to you that would be 3 a.m.
Yeah, so I stay up late, but I don't stay up past that time, really. But I'm going to have to one day, though, mate, do that. Try and say hello and that and chat and everything. It'd be awesome.
Goober, you're 4 away from 300.
I'm 4 away?
Shit.
Holy shit.
You're 4 away. Come on, guys. Still 4 people. Come on, 4 people. Let's get them to 300. Come on.
I didn't, honestly, in the beginning, I never thought I'd make it past 20.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Goober. It's amazing, isn't it?
You should have seen me when I broke 100. Oh my god, I thought I was just getting like 1,000 subs or something. I was like...
Well, it is, mate. Even when you get your first 20, it's a big milestone.
Absolutely.
The big first 100 was awesome, and then you get your own URL, don't you? Your YouTube URL. That was.
I haven't even done that yet.
Yeah, you do it, mate, because that is cool. I used to, just put an MF Vape rather than a load of numbers and letters. It's
it's a lot easier. Saint Stewart, don't.
Stuart,
what's
Stuart,
up, Lance?
you will lose your only subscriber.
Wow. Oh, he's done it. You're 295.
Saint's just unsubbed.
Fucking Saint.
Right, guys, it is 12 o'clock now, so should we wrap this one up now? It's been an awesome show. Really have enjoyed having you on, Ryan, and you, Morg. And of course, Scuba and Letha as well. Unfortunately, Letha had to leave early because of car problems and stuff, which was a shame. But hopefully he'll be back on next week. If you'd like to say a few goodbyes, who should we go to first? We'll go to Morg first. Nice to have you on, brother. Well,
first of all, just like to thank all the guests and everything like that, and everybody that's the regulars, everybody in chat and everything for giving the support that I'm getting and everything. You can if anyone else wants to watch any more of my content and stuff, you can catch me on the website I'm going to be uploading to. Also on the Scott's Review twice a week. We're doing the Vape and Chat one, which is 7:30 UK time till 9 on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So yeah, just thanks again, guys. You've been great. Brian, amazing, inspirational story when I heard about what happened to you and everything. You've done fucking phenomenal. phenomenal what you're doing. It's amazing.
It is, mate. Yeah, you
I'm
should
so
be
proud
proud of
you.
yourself.
It's amazing. Goober, you're just Goober. You know what I mean? You're just cool. You're just like, I've seen you so many times. I've always wanted to speak to you, so it's been a pleasure. And Mike, thank you very much for the opportunity.
No worries, mate. Anytime you're welcome on here.
Absolutely.
We'll get you and saying that if we get you and bloody Kieran on there, we wouldn't get a word in edgeways, would we?
Hey, I've been good. You watch my stream and I never fucking shut up, right? So that's been quite good.
No, that's what I mean, man. The trouble is, we all like to speak a lot, apart from Goober, who's quite quiet. He likes to speak, but it's quite hard from him on these shows to say. Do you know what I mean? So it is hard, and I do apologise if I sound like I'm interrupting. I probably am, just so I can get my words out, because otherwise you end up not saying anything. So I'm not trying to be rude, but that's just the way I've learnt how to do it on these live shows. So, but awesome having you on, Morg. So let's go on to Ryan, and I replicate what Morg has just said. I think it's an awesome story you've given us. Just shows you done the vaping community, and vaping has got you off all of that nasty stuff in the past, and you're looking really well, mate. You seem like a really genuine, nice person, and I will make sure I check out some of your videos, especially now you've got some new equipment as well, bud. But it's been awesome having you on, so thanks very much, mate.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me. Thank you to everybody on the panel. It was awesome. It was an awesome 3 hours that flew by, so that says a lot. That it must have been a good show. Thank you to everybody in chat, especially everybody who subbed to me. I really appreciate it. You guys helped me break 700 tonight, so that means a lot to me.
Awesome.
So from here on out, you can be expecting a higher quality video, because I just did invest a bunch of money into film production. So if you would like to sub, everybody else who already did, thank you very much. And again, thank you, Mike. This is my first UK show, and I loved it.
No worries, mate. It's a pleasure, and big thanks to Jordan J Money in chat for putting me your direction, mate. I'm glad he pointed me there, because, like I say, you sound like you are a very nice person, and it's been a pleasure having you on, mate. It really has been. So big love to you, mate.
You too. Thank you, man.
No worries. And last but not least, of course, Lethal had to go already, so we're going to have to... Goober's hiding now. Always a pleasure, Goober. You're a top bloke, mate. One of my best buddies, really. You've always got time for me, whatever time of day it is, middle of the night, whatever. You always talk, you listen, you have your own issues as well, but you always listen, and that's what I love about you, sir. So big love to you, Goober, and say your goodbyes, buddy.
Thank you to everybody who subbed, and our regulars in chat, and all the new people that came. Thank you, Rebuildable Ryan, for popping in, and you, Morg. You guys are always welcome. Thank you again, Mike, for having me on. Sorry, my dog is an attention whore right now. So she's sitting there going, pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me.
Really?
Yeah.
298. We 2 more subs, guys. Come on, get Goober up to 300, and then we'd have 2 milestones if we do that. Ryan's on 700.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm just I wouldn't say I'm a quiet person. I'm just more of a respectful person. I try to let people talk, and I try not to interrupt.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Goob. I'm the complete opposite.
You're good eye candy, Goober. That's what it is. It's good eye candy.
I try and be respectful, but like I say, I do apologise. I just,
Oh, thank you, everybody, and I hope to see you guys on at some point.
Lovely job.
300. Goober's broke 300.
Has he?
Goober's got 300.
Nice.
Double party.
Yeah. Good job, man. Well done.
Congrats.
Well, let me see if...
That's cool, Goober. That's a good milestone, that one.
Yeah, man. Well done. Congratulations.
No, I'm at 297.
No, you're not.
No, you're at 3.
No, you're not. You're at 300. Refresh it.
Really?
Trust me.
I just refreshed it.
Yeah.
301. Hey, it's going up, man. The sub train is rolling.
Have you gone on Social Blade, or are you on something else on the live?
I'm on my studio. It's still
the studio takes a while to update.
Yeah, that's behind. You're at 301.
Woohoo!
Excellent achievement, Goober. Fully deserved, mate. You should be on a lot more, man. And I'm glad to see you carrying it on, mate, because without you in this community, we would be lost. So anyway, let's wrap it up then. Like I say, thank you to Morg, Ryan and Goober for tonight's show. It's been absolutely awesome. I've really enjoyed myself tonight, and I haven't had a drop of alcohol, which just shows you can do a live stream without drinking. So I'm very pleased with that. Everyone in chat, we've had a good number of chatters in here tonight. Yeah, it's been an awesome show. So big love to you all, and see you on the next one. And I have got the new logo. That's why I've got it on the stream. I'm not being vain by not putting anyone else's out. I was just showing that earlier because that is actually Morg who designed it. Justmorg, who's in on the panel tonight. He's actually called the long road at home. Rome Home or whatever, and he's also got a website which should be below my video because I'm sure I put it in the link earlier. So if you want any design needs, logos, stuff like that, check out Morg's website down there because he's designed my MF Vape one. I've done a little intro for my new videos as well. I put some effects on and stuff using my software, which is PowerLink Director 16 for anyone that wants to know. It's not amazing. It's pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. An 18-second intro took me all of last night till about 3 in the morning, and I also did a load today. But that's why I haven't got any reviews out recently because I've been liaising with Morg. We were doing that for fucking 2 nights of the week, I think.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Last night I was doing my intro. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get my Mech Man review up, which I've done the recording. I've just got to do the editing. Good little mod. So that should be out sometime early next week. But yeah, so that's really it. So like I say, it's awesome that you all could tune in again. It really is appreciated, guys. And so until next time, we'll see you again very soon. So cheers.